Donkey in the morning, Right, Stevenson. He's flat. Spirit of Martin O'Neill's not new, is it, son?
Spirit's dead, isn't it?
Spirit's
Fucking Spirit's dead.
We'll say hi to Ryan Stevenson.
Right, Stevenson, what a guest we've got today. How are you, big man? Good?
Good, mate.
Great to have you on, mate.
Taking over the media.
Are you flying, mate?
Doing alright, mate. I just cause Hearts are doing well.
Okay, tell me.
Talk Sport, you're on Talk Sport as well, mate. Brilliant.
Yeah, doing Talk Sport with Coisty, Shaban, and doing some Saturdays with Shaban and Tony Cascarino. So.
Who'd you like to do in BBC with?
Myself, really. There's nobody else that I really. Scotty Allen's alright. I'll give him a shout out. He was actually alright when I done it with him.
I listened to you done. What game was it? It was the boy David Curry you've done it with?
We done. Was it not Hibs?
Was it
Hearts Hibs?
That's Hibs.
Don't you be coming for people again?
No.
Last
You
time
got to come for me here.
No,
I thought you were good at it.
Who did you come for last time?
Willie Miller.
We came for Willie Miller.
Peter was sending us pictures of Willie Miller lifting European Cup.
Try to give him some.
Try to give him some. Who'd you like doing the radio with? Or sports side?
Tomo, I like doing it with Tomo. It's funny, mate.
Stephen Thompson.
And your man, Hannah, Roger Hannah, you two are tight, aren't you?
That's the Clyde one.
But the yous are good.
Mm-hmm. How was your weekend? Everyone had a good weekend?
Quiet, mate, really quiet.
You've not left the house?
No, for 4 days, no came out the room. No ate a thing.
What's up with you?
No, just sometimes I go through the wee phases, don't I? But that's me out now.
No, but get that, you're here. You know you're
yeah, no, but we don't want to start a downer. How's your weekend been, mate? Good?
It's been good,
Good. What have you been up to?
Good. Kids football.
He's in Ayr, isn't mate?
Oldest boy's in at Ayr Academy, United's Academy. So
good player?
He's decent, aye. Like to keep him in check and just make sure he's feet on the ground and that, but he's good, he's got a wee bit of a chance.
Brilliant.
What age is he, mate?
14.
Is he right? So not
So,
far off it.
No, a couple of years away for potentially going full time, so loves it.
Brilliant.
But just try to keep him on the ground, make sure that he sticks in at school as much as he can. He's a bit of a nugget, to be fair to him. He's a great guy. Great boy.
Guy, but nugget.
But a bit of a nugget.
Is he a Hearts fan?
Aye, Hearts in Ayr.
Aye. He'll be loving his life in it.
But he's...
oh, no way.
Well, no, you're struggling, I was out for a run. I had to go early Saturday morning, 7:30 running in the town. Who's the only other person in the town?
7:30? Don't say it's him.
Is that? Where could he possibly... Why is he in the town at 7:30?
What time does the shut at?
He'll deny this, but we've asked his dad if he would come on. He said aye, didn't he? And he says he's no. He says he's not for it.
His dad would definitely come on.
Where would he be?
Walk of shame it must have been.
I think so.
Was a Johnny hanging at his ass?
Where were you? Where did you see him?
Right at Central Station. Standing speaking to some female.
Was he?
I
don't know.
He fucking screamed at it. I had my headphones on. Yeah, oh yeah.
He fucking loves you now, mate.
I need to get he doesn't drink, but I'll need to take him out one day.
Take him for a grosso, mate.
Anything that annoys you in life, Steve? We've obviously not had you on for years. Anything that really annoys you in life?
No, not particularly, mate. I think as I've got older, I've kind of tried to mellow it, not let things get to me that piss me off or annoy me. So, I'm quite,
what about in football?
Chilled.
Football nowadays, is anything like you go, can I listen to that? I don't like seeing that now compared to when you were playing.
Loads of it, mate. Loads of the apart from Motherwell, because what I will say is obviously I've seen the loads of Motherwell and what they do is good, but in the main, I hate teams that try and overplay. I hate teams that... Aye, mate. I hate teams that like...
How brilliant.
So Celtic's your prime example at the weekend there, where they turn up to Tannadice, the pitch is horrendous, and they're just trying to knock it about, and I'm like, why do you not just go wide, smash it in the box?
What I will say is, I thought Celtic got to, I know Dundee United sat off him, but they did get to areas of the pitch that you'd want to have the ball in, didn't you, through playing? But more than that final third, I thought they were really poor.
But just do something, somebody just go and take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Why, see all the teams that play it for, how come they're the teams that win every year then?
Well, Hearts going to win the league.
Well, I mean previous years.
But
for years now.
But you say that, are you talking about down in England though? Just because for me, Pep Guardiola's ruined general football.
Oh, this is huge, Steve.
I promise you.
He's produced the best teams ever.
No.
I know that, but what I'm saying, my thought behind that is he's got the most amount of money. He pays boys 300 grand a week, so they're going to be technically amazing. The top of the top. Then you can go down to like average teams, average players. So I couldn't play in a Motherwell team. So there'd be no point in me.
You could, mate. You could.
I
coach you playing it. You could.
I couldn't, mate. There's absolutely no way I would go and get the ball off a centre half.
So again, like the Championship for years, there's been teams just kicking the ball right, and it's always been tight. Is it Falkirk with the one team that just played and pissed the league by a mile? What's your argument to that?
But there'll be other teams in the
Arsenal,
Championship, won the Championship who have not done that and pissed it as well.
Who? It's always so tight, the Championship.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying just kick it and like smash up the park, go long all the time. There has to be an element of trying to pass the ball, but I don't like the way it's set up now, where it's literally, you watched the cup final yesterday, and Kepa stood on the ball for like 60 seconds.
Why did he play him?
And then
He said a shocking, isn't
did you see that? When he was just standing,
I caught the second half, I missed the first half.
He's standing on the ball, and it's like he's just standing there waiting for somebody to press him. And then it eventually goes wide, and then it just, somebody knocks it up, and Gabriel just knocks it long anyway, and I'm like, why does he not just knock it long?
I'm going Liam Rosenior for 2 weeks in a row. Did you see the new one on the weekend?
You know, I watch it every night he does now, mate.
Are you watching him?
3-0 down, he's sitting on the bench, then he realised the camera's panting him, and he gets up and starts coaching. 3-0 down, 88th minute. Just sit down.
He'll be out soon.
And then obviously seeing you talking about the notes.
What about
85 minutes, and he's writing the note. Again, see that?
The way modern day football.
I've never been able to play at that level and all that sort of stuff and understand. But if a manager if I'm 3-0 down, the manager hands me a note, I'm literally scrumpling it up and flinging it back in his face and saying,
how have Chelsea appointed that guy?
I know, mate, how's he got a Chelsea job? I agree.
How has he been appointed?
Mate, Kevin
See, when you look at what he done at Strasbourg and that, it was like, I mean, it was nothing unbelievable. He just did all right at Strasbourg and then got a Chelsea job.
Mate, Kevin Coban came out and said
amazing, mate.
And he's a completely different guy.
He says he's talking a load of waffle.
Said he's what they say? Said he swallowed a coaching. Swallowed a coaching manual or something like that, and ended up getting a job for it.
Do I think majority of new coaches have though?
A lot, definitely a lot.
My pet peeve was Guardiola yesterday spitting.
He spits a lot. I've noticed that.
Fuck was that though?
What, through the whole
I like Ray, mate.
The wee white bit.
Mate, just had a white bit on the end of his lip constantly, man.
And sometimes he brings it back in.
I know,
then
mate,
brings it back
out. I actually get a wee bit turned on, mate.
That's horrible.
Do you like it getting spat on?
Does your dad?
I've got an ick for a bird. A bird's gave me an ick.
Right.
And she said it was when a man takes off his skinny jeans and it gets stuck around his feet.
Try to pull him out.
And he's fucking trying to pull him out his feet.
How bad was that walk last week we used to? Remember in Kevin Grove Park, us 3 went a walk?
Oh, so we did.
Lovely, mate.
No, it wasn't it? You were fucking bizarre, mate.
Why are you going to walk, lads?
Because it was roasting, it was such a nice
It was hot, went up West End for a wee walk. That was nice, wee time together, wasn't it?
Andy,
what was it we were saying to him for ages?
Still guys, want to talk to old guys?
Oh, mate.
That was it.
Only people he speaks to are old guys and wee guys.
Did you sit down at any point on a wee bench or anything like that?
Aye, for 10 minutes. But every single time we passed a 75-year-old, he knew them. It was the weirdest fucking thing in the world, wasn't it?
And it's not even just alright, Paul.
What?
Mate, an old guy shouted across the road to him, Paul! Paul!
So it's not Slaney, it's just Paul.
That was my uncle.
How bad's that for? He tried to patch his uncle. Do you know that one where he's seen his uncle? He tried to put his head down because he didn't want us to know that was his uncle. And his uncle started screaming at him across the road.
Did he have a Johnny hanging out his arse as well? Runs in the family.
No, but the ultimate...
No, can I get that Johnny back at your dad's ass?
No, but there's no... I didn't want to speak to him because you were there. You used to be fucking on him, mate, and I didn't want to put that guy through that.
What about Icks? Any Icks for your other half? Anything she does that would put you off?
She leaves a motor so untidy. I've got bad OCD, and she's...
What sort of stuff she leave? No,
I wish I had OCD.
No, Johnny's.
That's a bit low, man. Not that I know anyway.
Picking his dad in the tune.
Going to ask her where she was Saturday morning.
Central.
She's got horses, mate, so it's like the motors.
Oh, so she does?
Aye, motors are just full of shit all the time, man. Just hay.
Does she need to pick up horse shit, your missus?
Aye, she doesn't mind it, mate. She's alright that way. So she is. She's in about it.
That was one. Did you ask Faddy that question? Who picks up blind dog shit?
The dog. No, the dog knows where to shit. They'll have a wee bit in the house that's specifically made for it.
Do you I know what I hate? Which is, I see it all the time now, see when people are out walking their dogs. And they've obviously picked shit up in the wee bag and they're walking, they're swinging
it about.
And I'm like, I don't understand how.
West End people don't mind just swinging shit, mate. I noticed that.
Why?
I don't know.
It's madness.
I get what you're saying.
Dogs,
and see another thing, a horse is the size of shit different for the size of animal. So would every big animal shit bigger than a smaller animal?
The horses are massive, aren't they?
But then smaller people done a shit less than bigger people.
How do you know? But
I just imagine. No, I just imagine that they wouldn't, would they?
You weren't out running Saturday morning, were you?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Because you see what babies can do, mate. They could shit more than big adults.
No, they can't.
Do you think some of the nappies that get done? No. I've never done a shite like that.
Yeah.
But maybe it's only looks worse because it's in a nappy instead of a toilet.
Your head's fucking fried, man.
Right, I've got a pet peeve for sea brown plastering. All right, mate, just say, wants to say, thanks for the show. Suffered depression as long as I can remember it. Listening to you to tell you for an hour or two, which is really nice. Got a pet peeve that might have been said before, but I don't think it has. Hotels with no toilet brushes. Ask why no, and she said, because folk nick them. Who nicks toilet brushes? Anyway, cheers again. I would never expect a toilet brush to be in a hotel toilet, would you?
What, to like clean skiddies?
Why you want to clean your own skiddies? That's what you go hotels for, so somebody else cleans it.
No, you would clean your own skiddy, you manky bastard. What do you mean?
Out a hotel toilet?
Aye.
Would that fuck? I'd be leaving it, would you?
Say it again?
So if you did shite in a toilet in a hotel and you flush it and there was skids on the bottom, would you clean it?
I'm just in disbelief. This is where this conversation
mate,
is.
This is him, mate. This is his mindset.
Would you clean it?
Aye, I've got OCD, so I would be answering.
In a hotel, would you?
No, straight out.
Straight out.
You're having a laugh and all when you walk out.
Here's Blair.
Because of wee woman's coming in to clean it.
Ick for the podcast might be too specific to girls on the back of bikes or scooters. Saw a girl on the back of a moped a while ago, about 3 feet taller than the wee guy driving. Was like the big show getting a backie off wee red van.
I don't mind that though. Getting a backie's fine though. I think getting a guy getting a backie
off a woman.
That's probably worse.
That would give you that. So another guy sent me, he didn't know what his name said and he didn't know what her name said because obviously...
Say their names, please.
No, I can't. But he says, I've just started texting this bird and he went, Major Ick, she put up yesterday saying any spares for Tanady.
Oh, no.
This is a good one for Gaza7. Here's a pet peeve for you, mate. When a friend is getting married and picks a venue 2 hours drive away, who wants to be commuting that long on a wedding day dressed up? Wrong ones. I'm with it.
Aye.
Why do people do that? Get married in fucking Troon? You're off in Glasgow.
Venue,
I know, but there's loads of venues, and you got married in the Troon, didn't you?
I bet it might be more expensive here. I don't mind that.
Where did you get married?
Just at City Chambers.
Oh, did you?
Aye.
What was your first dance?
Luther Van Dross, never too much.
Oh,
what was yours?
Fast number. Fleetwood Mac everywhere. I worked it well, done it. What was yours?
Gabrielle Dreams.
All right,
That's a great
dreams
song,
can come true.
A great song.
Yeah.
Is that with the,
But
got the eye patch?
Aye, that's right, aye. But the kind of slower version of that.
That's brilliant.
So I could sway, aye.
This is a good one. You ready for this, Andy boy?
Ready.
Chris Mountford. So I got an Andy Halliday pet peeve, similar to the tongue out with Celtic fans. He was warming up at Pittodrie earlier this season next to Jesper Karlsson taking a corner. Do you know what he's going to say here?
No.
Standing a yard away from him, every time Karlsson went to take the corner, Andy stepped forward to balance on one foot as though he was stretching to try and put him off. Grow up, mate, at U12. Happened on numerous occasions that day.
Aye. I'll take it on the chin. I don't remember doing it, but if he says I've done it, it must be true.
Like that. I quite like that shit.
I like that.
So do
I like that. I like it.
Don't mind that.
I wouldn't imagine me doing that though. That's the only thing.
Do you like to win other players up, huh?
No players.
would you do with that?
Fans definitely, aye. Fans get you out plenty so they can get it back. But players, nah. I don't really try and wind players up.
Connor Richardson, pet peeve for you, mate. This is the last one. Pet peeve for you, mate, of newborn babies. Try and open a pack of baby wipes. Why is it when you're trying to open a new pack of baby wipes, the Ben has just had the most explosive nappy of all time?
And you can't get one wipe. It's impossible. It's either 9 or about 7 come out at once. That's a crack of that.
And see, because money's tight, do you put the other 6 back in, or do you just use
No. They'll go back in.
They'll go back in?
100%. Aye. Can't waste them, mate.
Steve, were you still happy you came on the show today?
Just do this at the BBC, mate.
This is right.
You say Tom
some
English.
chat to be fair. We've got skid marks. Slaney's dad with a condom hanging out his arse. And his uncle.
Jane Tom English will come on next week. This is the last one, sorry. My missus hangs washing up with the clothes inside out, does my tits in.
Nah, it's his bottle.
Nah.
Wouldn't bother me either. Yeah?
Aye, it would annoy me.
So you're OCD?
Aye.
You do all the washing up,
I do all the
cleaning
washing.
house?
Aye. Although I clean the house, do all the washing. I can't if my missus. Do you know what else is my pet peeve is? She'll put stuff in the dishwasher and I'll rearrange the dishwasher.
Oh mate, you're a sick.
I know, I'm a weirdo.
You'll rearrange the dishwasher.
Aye. If she doesn't put the cups in the right bits and that, then I rearrange the dishwasher.
I wish I was a bit like that though.
You couldn't really give a fuck.
No, I wish I was a bit more.
You always been like that, huh?
Aye. I had to go to therapy and that for it.
For
Did you?
OCD?
Aye. I was at one stage I was terrible.
How bad did it get?
So like if I went in the cupboard and she hadn't put her shoes in the right way or something, I would
Sniff them.
gaff my nut. After I've sniffed them, I'd gaff my nut.
Would you?
I just
That's extreme, Matt.
and then it would just wreck my full day. And then I could be sitting in the house and I'd be like, need to cut my grass, need to clean the motor, need to clean the house, and if I don't do it,
You couldn't relax?
I'd be in a horrible mood.
Fucking hell, man.
Weird, innit?
Where do you think that comes from?
Just being a weirdo.
Good, mate, I love that. You alright?
Aye.
You ever had OCD?
More than that, son.
What?
No, what's it after OCD? There's something more extreme than that. Can't remember what it is. I feel a bit dizzy now.
Right, boys, great to have Steve on. Obviously doing the radio now, we all want to know, I think Slaney asked as well, never going back into management, coaching.
Nah, probably not, mate, to be honest. I enjoy the media stuff. As I said, my oldest boy's in it, the academy at United, so that's like 4 nights a week and into the weekend as well. So I wouldn't give up that to miss it. I'm not going to go and stand and manage Glenafton while he's playing on a Saturday at the same time. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. I enjoyed it, but I probably wouldn't get back into it.
Was that with Marco, mate? Marco Roberts?
So Mark Roberts, he's obviously my best mate, and me, him, and Alan Kerr were in. And
Have you got any stories with it too, mate? Because they're crazy, aren't they?
Marco's obviously, I've known Marco for over 20 odd years, the same with Kerzo, and
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant, guys.
Been in the night. I was one of the first nights that I was involved with Marco, and I took him out and was with my missus at the time, and her pal was there, and he's standing next to me, and I was like, well, this is Mark such and such and such and such, and he just looked at the lassie and had a vodka and coke and just went like that, spat in her face and then walked away.
What?
What?
Mate, psychopath. Let's see what drinking him, he'll take.
Oh, you're a fucking screwball, mate.
Is he part of your air team as well?
He's a manager.
Manager.
He was a player at Erdo and then became the manager. But what a guy.
I just laughed as he walked away, and then obviously I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know. Just a absolute crackpot. He's better now, but he's a crackpot. He was a crackpot with drinking.
Do you enjoy the media stuff?
Love it, mate.
It's good, isn't it?
I enjoy being able to talk shite and not get any hassle from it.
You know, but you did, mate. I remember you had a fucking mad Barney with somebody. Who was it? You were putting up stuff on Instagram about them. Is that a journalist? What was that about?
So, Chris Sutton and Graham Spears. Because Spears had called me moronic, which, do you know what moronic means?
Moron?
So basically, you're like a high class idiot, basically.
Mm.
And I just tagged him in it, put a note in it just saying the moronic thing is that the next time I see you, I'll fucking scalp you.
Oh, fucking skill.
And then he phoned me and...
Did he?
He phoned me. He messaged me just saying, look, I need you to phone me. So I'd phoned him and we had a conversation and kind of sorted it out. And
These are all right now?
well, we just drew a line under the sand that I said, I understand, listen, everybody's got opinions. I mean, the four of us could sit on here and you could have an opinion on Celtic or Motherwell or Rangers or whoever it may be. I might have a different opinion. There's nothing wrong with it. That's fit, but that's why the punditry thing is the way it is.
Mm. Did you message Sutton?
I'm an idiot. No, I tagged him in things as well. I know I'm an idiot, but I've got an opinion, and I thought my opinion was justified. But I wouldn't then go calling people moronic and idiots. So
Just remember, I've got a peeve and it's your mate, GMS. So you told me being released for Ross County.
Mm-hmm.
So I phoned him and I was like, guys, gave him this big spiel. Obviously, we're trying to win the league, be part of it, play wide left, really enjoy it. And he went, no, mate, that's not for me.
That's brilliant.
He went, I'd rather chuck it. I was like, right, no bother, guys, thanks, mate. Fucking me prick,
To be fair,
man. Can't I get a game of Ross County, you wee prick?
well, it might be justified.
Oh, is he getting a move?
Obviously, I can't say, but
You actually laughed.
something will be, I think will be announced pretty soon with him.
Oh, wow.
It's
Big like.
Good move from aye.
How's he like that?
I was going to say, how's that happened?
I know, nice. Bit of fortune, obviously, at this stage of the season. There could be a few injuries, obviously, so
Yeah, United.
can't say, mate.
Top relief for you, son.
So, 6 to go. Play Spartan
Brilliant.
Saturday.
Huge that game, mate.
Things are doing well, to be fair.
Exciting. Done all right, mate. This is the big one. They've beat us 4 times this year. We're a point ahead, so massive game, mate.
Is it done there, mate?
Eh?
Is it away from home?
It's at Spartans,
Gotta be massive.
massive game. Looking forward to it. Right, lads, we're taking a quick break in the podcast to give a shout out to this week's sponsors, Air and Me. As footballers, we know there's lots we can do to stay on top of our game, like training, nutrition and recovery. But you know one thing we can't keep control of as we get older?
The Barnet?
Correct.
Aye, the old hairline isn't quite pressing as high up as a pitch just when you get in your late 20s and 30s. But hair loss is obviously a lot more common than you think. It's just a lot of people don't know where to get started. And that's where Hair and Me comes in.
Hair and Me is a personalised hair loss treatment service available for men in the UK. Instead of guessing what might work, you take a short online consultation and their team of experts creates a treatment plan tailored specifically for you.
So that will stop you buying every shampoo in the supermarket, stop the old wingbacks retreating?
Absolutely, Andy boy, and I won't even need to leave the house, as your treatment is then delivered straight to your door and they check in with you along the way to track progress and adjust things if needed.
It's simple, discreet and designed to actually help tackle hair loss with clinically proven treatments. So if you've started noticing a bit of thinning and want to do something about it, you can learn more at hairandme.com.
As you can take advantage of our special offer, head to hairandme.com and get a full month of personalised Hair and Me treatment for just $4.99 using the code OPENGOAL, saving £30. Treatment subject to dermatological assessment.
Thanks to Hair and Me for supporting the podcast. Now let's get back to the football.
On to Celtic and Dundee United. Everyone watched it yesterday?
Yep.
Surprised with the result and the performance, or did you see that coming? Because we have said on here Celtic have been poor performance-wise for weeks. I know you were saying they were going... Spirit of St Martin was going to take them through.
What he has done, Martin, has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
The performance was so poor yesterday. The pitch was a disgrace. You can't even use that excuse as you said earlier. Both teams are playing on it. But I couldn't believe how bad Celtic were. I really, really couldn't.
What is it they're really bad at?
Everything. I think they're terrible. Every time I've seen them, and I've seen a lot of them this year, I think they were sleepwalking into that. That was due to happen. Because some of the result, again, I done the open all mics for BBC the week before, and I could not believe Motherwell were brilliant until you get the boy sent off. But the fact that Celtic I've never seen a Celtic team sit in their own half for 45 minutes and just let Motherwell dictate the full game was just all Motherwell, the way they were trying to play. Celtic had a couple of chances, right enough, but I just thought, I cannot believe that they're at home, they've got a league to win, going after Motherwell. In the second half, they started the second half a bit better, and they were, because at the same time I played with Stephen O'Donnell, and I don't mean that sort of badness, he's a Scottish international, but Stephen O'Donnell, like, this is Celtic. You know, go and press him, go and get after him, put him under pressure, good player. But they sat off, and again, the other games that I've seen them in, I've just thought, they're miles off it. For me,
it's another game. I just don't know what Celtic were trying to do yesterday. No, generally it was like they were playing like 50 passes a goal in an area of the pitch where it allowed Dundee United just to press them in straight lines, or Celtic were going to make a mistake on that type of pitch, which is understandable. But Celtic never running behind, do they? No. They're like, the forward players never.
Well, the one time they did, sorry, and it was a tatty
for Iheanacho, aye. But see, I mean, you could talk about all the individuals, but see, like Taneki, like. People need to stop kidding on he's something he's not, because he is nothing but an impact player. He can't start games, and see, even when he comes on as an impact player, he's so predictable, and he's a good enough player that even though he is predictable, sometimes he can get away with it. But go down the line, running behind, like, mix up your game. That's why for me that Yang plays over him, because Yang does have a bit more into his game. He might not be as effective at times, but I mean, some of the Oxlade-Chamberlain's another one. Like, I can't believe how much he's struggled since he's came up here. Granted, he's not played a lot of football, but I thought he was really poor yesterday.
That's another pet peeve of mine. Wide players that just run down the line and then take a touch and go back away. I absolutely despise it.
And just come into the middle of the pitch where all the bodies are.
I don't understand why players just don't run, go at the full-back. When we were growing up, it was like run at the full-back 3 or 4 times. Now, the full-back might tackle you 3 times and win the ball, but see, on the 4th one, you might get past him, cross it in, or he then drops off, and then you can go and try and play.
The first half they were trying to play so many like wee intricate passes in the middle of the pitch.
Aye.
Like you say, get the ball wide and put the ball in the box.
But a lot of them weren't even forward.
Do you know what I mean? Well, the goal comes from McGregor into attack.
It went to 44 minutes, and Scales played it at the right back. The right back played it back into Scales. He played it back out to him, and the camera then went on Martin O'Neill, and you can just see Martin O'Neill standing there going, can you just launch it forward? Like, there's a minute left to half time.
But see, on launching it forward, Steve, I genuinely think Celtic are the worst second ball team I've ever seen in my life.
I agree with that as well, but even just try to get it wide and then try to get across in the box, just something. But they were actually just passing it across the back, and I was like...
Do you still find it mad that Celtic have got no physicality in the middle of the pitch? And that's been... probably the last one was Wanyama.
Do you know,
they've lacked a physical presence in the middle of the pitch for years.
Do you know though, mate, see if you go back to last season for Bayern Munich, that game, I know we've went over that before, I thought at that time Celtic were a couple of players away from being really good the way they played with Bayern that night. I'm now looking at that summer, who would you actually keep out of that Celtic team?
That's the biggest issue for me is, see, for as much as Martin O'Neill's done amazing, which he has done amazing, to sort of get them to the position they were in at the weekend, having the opportunity, they've still got an opportunity, it's only 5 points. What did they do in the summer? Because I'm the same as you, I look at that team and I just think they need at least another 10 players.
What are the loan options to buy in January? They're signing absolutely none of them.
None of them.
The only one you potentially signed Araujo. But again, I still don't think Araujo's better than Alistair Johnson when he's fit.
No, he's not.
So it's, the January transfer window was a disaster.
But you're saying that, but so Tierney's good enough, Maeda's good enough, Ian Acho's good enough, Atati's good enough,
you can't keep it.
McGregor's good enough, Nygren's good enough, scores 20 goals a season, Scales is good enough. Is it all purely on the players?
Nygren's one of the ones where,
I know.
see the ones that see when I watch him and I just think, like, he played against Hearts, he scored that free kick, he had another couple of opportunities, brilliant, and he scores, the goals that he scores are big goals, but see it with that.
He's a weird player, isn't
he? I can't get my head around him. And then it's maybe if he had somebody alongside McGregor in there that allowed him just to not really do. Obviously, I played with Rudy Scatchell. Rudy was like that. Rudy never overly done much in the actual game and then would just go bang, goal. But there was obviously myself, Ian Black too, like donkeys in there just working as hard as we could. I just don't really see how they go and they need another couple of midfielders.
Aye.
Big midfielders, as you're saying, like big strong midfielders, which they don't have.
But it's more what you say. I just didn't see what they're trying to do, and I haven't since Martin O'Neill's came in. I know that he's made them better in terms of running about a wee bit more, maybe a wee better attitude, but in terms of style of play, mate, I've not seen it since it's been in.
No.
I don't think they know if they're playing or they're kicking it. They're so in between, it's unbelievable.
So the problem for me is if Hearts go and win the league, they'll kick on again in the summer and they'll recruit again.
And recruit well.
And I think Rangers have came on as well under Danny Rowe. So the rebuild job and the job that Celtic have in the summer is, who do they bring in as manager, coaching staff? Who's signing the players? Who's identifying players just now? Like there's so many questions that, and then obviously there's all the disgruntlement between the fans and obviously you've seen the scenes at the end of the game with the fans and the board, and it's just an absolute mess.
Steve, would you think after yesterday's result that Celtic got it?
I still think it'll be twists and turns. But you're looking at it now and Celtic will need to beat Motherwell, they'll need to beat Rangers, and they'll need to beat Hearts.
Beat Hearts.
And I can't see them doing that.
I seen yesterday, how many times this season do you think Rangers, Celtic and Hearts have all won the same weekend?
Once.
How mad is that?
No
way.
Once all weekend.
What does that say?
Well, that tells me that Celtic aren't that out it, are they? Well, now, I've said this for weeks. I don't think they'll win the league, but you can't say that based on that. Now it's, what is it, 5 or 6 points
behind Hearts.
Because I don't think Hearts will win their next 2 games before the split, and I don't think Rangers will win their next 2 games for the split. I don't think you can have any confidence in the 3 teams. Probably Hearts at the most you'd have a bit of confidence because they've showed a lot of consistency, but 3 of them are going to drop way more. Like, they're going to drop loads of points, I think, from now to the end of the season.
If Hearts beat Livingston, which I think they will, my only fear is the last break that they had, they played Kelly and they turned up and they were horrendous. So they've obviously got another, 12 days or something, 14 days. There's another break, but it allows them to get a couple of bounce games. Lorm's back, Cammy obviously back in. It's Livingston, you would think. Livingston are obviously just gone in general. The biggest, if they win that Livingston game, I think if they then go and get a result against Hughes, get into the split, I think they'll win the league. So the next 2 games for me are massive. Livingston will be like a home game anyway.
Huge.
And then you've got Motherwell at home, which is going to be difficult. But I think if they win the next 2 games, I think they'll win.
You still think Celtic can do it?
I think they can, but it's going to be very hard. I was going to ask you, if Celtic are going to do it and change the performances, what do they need to do?
I think that team's built to play, mate. I know you're saying about play, but they're built to play, mate. They're not built to kick the ball long. They've not got a big striker. Your man obviously wasn't fit, but even when he's up there, mate, he doesn't win. Who are they kicking it to? And then who's going and getting off settings? Because they're terrible at it.
But I don't think they play with any tempo at all.
And when they're playing,
possession. Do you know when they play with tempo? In the second half when they're not winning?
They've done that all the time.
They do it all the time. But then I think, listen, again, it's not an excuse. The pitch is horrendous yesterday, right? So see, in terms of to get a bit of tempo intensity in the game, you need to then play forward and run forward. You need to have people who can run off the ball. See, everything Celtic done was in front of Dundee United. I thought it looked so easy for Dundee United to play against them. I think Dundee United's back three, for me, I think they've been suspect all season. And I thought
He'd be
three of them
crosses all the
absolutely cantered their way through the game. I thought it looked so easy for them. And again, like, in terms of Dundee United off the ball, I thought they'd done really well. They worked hard. But everyone was just kind of pressing people in straight lines. Everyone was in front.
How worrying is that a Celtic team going for the league and we're saying the intensity is way off? And that's a bare minimum, do you know what I mean?
100%.
What did you think of the game?
No, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Even after the ball, I actually thought I seen players like just plodding along, jogging at times.
Nobody tackles, mate.
Aye, so
Nobody
soft.
tackles. Like
Especially this
McGregor,
time
what
of
Celtic were
season.
good at for years as well, wasn't it? When they lost the ball, they would hunt to win it back. That's gone, mate.
Do you not think
McGregor
some of the-
loses the ball with Hatate, mate. They get 3 attempts to go and tackle somebody. Just set off people all the time.
Do you not think
they
some
allow
of the
crosses into their box?
Some of the players look as if they don't want to be there though.
Aye, you do get that feeling, don't you?
Like I look at some of them and I just think
Who do you think?
he does. I think he's been nowhere near it this season.
I think there's been an element of Hatate being like that throughout the courses.
That's
why you
at
get
times
dropped.
as
Definitely been
well.
a bit better. But
I thought Hatate was alright yesterday. I like Iheanacho, man. I think Iheanacho looks like a right good player now.
But
I
where's
thought his
he been?
best spell.
I know.
I know has he been injured? He's been injured and then, but he's come back in, but he's not really.
I thought his best spell in the game was the 10 minutes before he came off.
Came off, yeah.
He is your best option, but the problem is he's just not been fit. And I don't know if he is fit still, do you know?
He came back out of kind of nowhere as well, didn't he? And then Chavanchara, he wasn't even in the squad.
Said he was ill.
And then Araujo, what was the deal with him?
Yeah,
He wasn't
yeah.
in the squad either.
I think he's just had a kid, isn't he?
But that was last week, surely they're not still looking at
2
him.
kids in 2 weeks. He's fucking done well, hasn't he?
We need to give Dundee United credit as well. I thought they were really good.
I thought they were
proper. Boy, Ferry's really good.
I was just about to say him. I thought he was excellent.
So did I.
Like, loads of energy. Making Celtic defend, putting balls into the box on obviously what was a difficult surface. I thought Savage, I've never been I think he's a good player, but I've never watched him and thought he's brilliant. I thought he was excellent as well in the middle of the pitch for him.
Bad as a player, isn't he?
Who?
What's the boy's name?
Aye. Batawa.
Oh, aye, Fata.
He's very good.
Aye, I thought he was really good in the derby the week before.
Because I usually hate that shape, the 3-4-3, and it's usually because your 2 wide players end up playing like fullbacks, you go into a back 5, but United played it perfectly, didn't they? Right wing back puts it in, left wing back scores at the back
I think
post.
he's the best player.
I like
boy
Stevenson as well, so
I
do
think he is the best
Graham
player.
was good.
I thought Ross Graham, that's probably his best performance I've seen of him, because like I say, Dundee United last year for me, the reason they finished 4th in the league was how sound they were defensively, good at set pieces. I think this year they've been too easy to score against, to be honest. I think a big thing has been the back 3, but I thought the 3 of them were very good.
They'll still not finish top 6 though, will they?
No,
No.
two.
That's gone.
Aye,
I think they need there's 6 points behind Falkirk and loads of goal difference as well, I'm sure, like 7 or 8.
I jinx Celtic out of it.
Mate, I fucking changed. It's so hard to call with these 3 teams, isn't
It
it?
does change every week, doesn't it?
Looking at that performance yesterday, mate, you would need to think so.
They're definitely not about it, but I don't know how somebody can say with any confidence they'll think Celtic win the league.
When,
Honestly, I don't.
when-
And by the way, I've said the same with Rangers. I don't think Rangers will either.
Has it been a performance
You
since
think-
Martin
you
came
think
back?
I think Hearts will win the league.
Yeah, Hearts
I
will win.
really do. I think Rangers have more of a chance than Celtic. 'Cause I actually do think Rangers have a better team than Celtic. I think if Celtic have everybody fit, I think they've got a better squad than Rangers. But I think with Celtic's injuries, the amount of good players they've got that are not available, I think Rangers got a better 11 for at the end of
The
the
big test for Hearts now is if Rangers play before Hearts, but they play on the 4th of April. If they win, they go top and goal difference.
Celtic and Hearts are both Sunday.
So then-
Saturday.
If that does happen, how will Hearts react to that? Again, if you look at it on paper, probably the best game that Hearts can have is Livingston. But how will they react to that as well?
Has there been a performance since Martin came back where you went, really good performance?
The very
I know
first,
there's
I thought Dundee United, sure it was Dundee United at home, his first game, they won 4-0 or something. I thought they were really good.
The second half at Ibrox, but as a 90 full performance, not seen it. Can't think of any other ones.
No. Quickly, boys, a quick shout out to the Clubhouse. Obviously, today's show brought to you by the Clubhouse. Stunning sports bar sitting at the top of Princess Square. As ever, Open Goal viewers can get 20% off your food bill when you quote Open Goal.
You can watch both of Scotland's friendlies against Japan on Saturday evening at 5 o'clock and Ivory Coast on Tuesday night at 8:30 at the Clubhouse over the next week. What are you hoping to see from Scotland in the next 2 fixtures with the countdown to the World Cup getting closer?
Tony Ralston right back, Grant Hanley centre back. Desperate to see how that works. Something new. Good to see new faces and how they do.
Well, that is kind of the thing you were wanting going into the friendlies. You did want to see a couple of players get integrated and see how they handled it. I've said that last week. I don't know how Craig Halkett's not got in that squad. I think it's honestly mental
A travesty.
how well he's played.
Finlay Curtis, looking forward to seeing how he was in Saturday night.
How
What
was he
a
as
boy.
a boy?
Great boy.
Was he? He's
Really
flying,
watches this all the time. Mate, how quick is he? Because by the way, Cammy Kerr's not slow. See the goal?
Aye, getting in
He
the back post.
fucking roasts
He's a
him.
player, mate.
Ah.
He'll play as well.
You'll start.
He'll definitely get
Yeah.
minutes.
I'm surprised Rangers didn't keep him. I know you're happy with him playing every week, but I just think with the problems they've had it right, he might have been a wee option there for them. But
Seen
anyway.
Lennon Miller Saturday as well.
He was at the game.
Was he? Came up to Motherwell game, did he?
Aye.
He was at DL with his mum and brother.
Were you speaking to him?
Speaking to him.
How's he enjoying the list?
Loves it.
Does he? Has he
Really
been playing now?
enjoys it. I think he's back in now. But he says he's been in and out. But he loves living over there, loves the training, lifestyle.
Brilliant boy.
Great boy. Ryan, you got a call up for a friendly against Cyprus for Scotland under Craig Levein back in the day. What was that like? Was it in Cyprus?
It was in Cyprus. It was 10 days.
You had to put cream on his back, you said.
10 days. I had a fucking nightmare. Oh, mate.
Too much for you, son?
Nightmare. Just realised there was levels and it was just...
Was it?
No, I'm saying that it started off, so I get called up the night before, like 11 o'clock, was in my bed, phone goes, and it was a wee secretary guy for Hearts saying you've been called up. So kit man for Hearts obviously goes, he sends my boots through in a taxi to Marhall. Obviously all the boys' boots are packed in the skip on the plane, but I'm carrying mine. So I put mine in the overhead locker, got off the fucking plane.
Left him.
And in the bus. Sat in the bus. I know that way where you're just sitting there and it's like, we remember Frank's going up the aisle counting all the heads, and I just thought, I've left my boots.
But did you not want to say I've left my boots?
Didn't know what to say, but I'd obviously had nothing else, so I was like, Frank, I've left my boots in the plane. And he's obviously went down, it's obviously a chartered flight, so it's like the furthest away part as well, and I've just heard the manager just going, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, oh my God, slinking down the seat. So, terrible
Your
start.
heart must have sank, man, when you realised.
Horrendous, mate. Horrendous, because I never even really spoke to him. Just briefly at the airport and spoke to him, but Dan Fletcher was a captain at the time, so I was kind of like, when I came in, I knew some of the boys anyway, but he kind of introduced me and everything, so that was the start of it. And then first day training, we done a box, but it was like everybody was run the side, and then you went against somebody in the middle, and I got picked against Kenny Miller. And
So
obviously,
just 1v1s you v Kenny Miller on the ball?
and then obviously say the next...
You could just bounce it off players?
The 16 run the outside. So basically flipped the way it used to be. And I thought, right, I obviously thought Kenny was a good player, obviously. And I was in there for about 3 minutes. And obviously, you all know that yourself. Being in a box for 3 minutes, a long fucking time.
Mate.
I never touched the ball once. And
Kept the ball off you?
It was embarrassing. They're all going, wait. And at the end, I was like, I'm fucking wiping him out here. And he was that good, I couldn't even wipe him out.
Wow.
I just could not get close.
Was that
to
at
him.
the start of the session?
That was the first session. So I forgot my boots. Then went straight to training. Had a good warm-up. And then got absolutely popped in the rondo. And then we done the rest of the session, and the manager pulled me after it. And he was like, what do you think of the standard? You need to just calm down. There's not that big a gap. And I remember just getting back to my room after it and thinking, I'm fucking miles off it. Miles off it.
Who were you in a room with?
Christoph Berra.
Was he laughing?
He's a human sleeping tablet, isn't he? So it's like, Christoph was just like, well, that was a tough one for you today, wasn't it? So, I mean, I just...
Did Kenny say anything to you? Chin up lad or that?
They all just buzzed off me, didn't they? You know what it's like, you're all just, they're all on you, but I had a good night out at the end of it.
Levein, just you and Levein?
Never got on, and then just me and Craigie. Never got on, fucking carried the skip to the game. Just, I think it was a token gesture I was there, to be fair. But
Kenny Miller so underrated.
Oh, what a player, mate.
so I ended up arguing with a guy in the pub about 5 years later about it, just because we're in the pub watching a Rangers Celtic game, and the guy was Kenny Miller's, and I said, mate, you've no fucking idea I was in a rondo with him.
Absolutely traumatised you, mate.
This big fat guy standing at the bar saying he's shite, and I was like, oh, fuck off, you fat man.
Kenny Miller, so underrated.
So
mate.
underrated.
What a good football
So
player.
good, mate.
Right, boys, Hearts, massive goal and victory. We were looking at the score on the side of the pitch thinking
Massive.
Dundee are going to grab a draw. Dale spoke about the set pieces being so vital in the season, isn't
I
it?
know. And they have actually been brilliant in them all season. I think he said, didn't he, they've got away with it a wee bit, so he wanted them to be the best set piece team for now at the end of the season. But that is the type of goal, take nothing away from Hearts, but Dundee kind of concede a floated ball for 10 yards inside your halfway line. I think John McCann's
So
got to come for
damn
it.
it. They got that same
Basically
sports
lands in
scene
the
like-
6-yard box.
Got to save it.
Aye. Well, but I think he should come for it. It's a floated ball that lands in the 6-yard box.
Did you not think loads of goalies nowadays, again, don't really come off the line much?
Which is why I actually really like the boy Swallow. That he punches a lot, but I do think
but he
he
comes.
tries to command his area, aye. But again, I mean, Hearts have just they've done such a good job of just finding ways to win games. Because again, I thought first half in particular, there wasn't really too much between the teams. Was there? Kabore obviously has that big chance.
They weren't great, but again, I just think they've got a way of, I don't know, just
6-1-0 wins.
everyone with the
What's,
in the last
Steve, what's not as
12
good?
games.
What's not as good now as what it was when they were in the purple patch? What are they not doing as well? Is it purely Shankland and Devlin not being in there?
Probably the fact that they've got Lawrence there. I mean, there's some of the games where they maybe particularly when they're playing that well, and then Lawrence would score a goal out of nothing. And you know what it's like, it just drives you on again, then you go and get a second and a third. But I think when you take Lawrence out of the team, Claudio's obviously had to step up, which he has. I think he's been unbelievable. But I mean, you're taking so many goals, and it's not even just the goals, mate. He holds the ball in well, he gets the team up the pitch. Kabore doesn't really do that, he's a different kind of player. Wants to go in, but
Mere Braggett has to drop in it, and Kabore goes in behind.
Lawrence is just a different. He's calm on the ball.
He's the best. Derek McKenna said yesterday, spot on. He's the best striker in the league by a mile. I don't even think there's one.
That's why I think Hearts will win the league. See when you look at Celtic, Rangers, and then Hearts, you've got Braggett and Lawrence that can score you goals.
Keezy Reidis' form's definitely dropped a wee bit in it. Compared
And
to
that's
that,
because
compared
Shankland's
to
maybe
that
not
run he
playing.
was on where everyone
fine.
was saying he's arguably been the player of the year. I think the last sort of 6 weeks or so, still been decent, don't get me wrong, but I thought for a period he was unbelievable to watch. I think he's dropped off a wee bit.
Aye.
Was Shankland, he didn't start, did he?
No, he came on.
Came on.
He'll start for you though, won't he?
But it's mad, and as soon as he gets that chance, then he takes it on the back foot and
Yeah, mate, see some of the goals he scored. They're not even chances.
yeah.
He scored against Dundee earlier on this season, and it wasn't even a half chance. And it's about 25 yards out on the angle, and he just leathers it with his left foot. And again, you go back to these old school strikers when you hear them just saying, "No, the goals don't move." Like you listen to Boydie and that, and Boydie's 100% right. They just know where the goal is. They just get that instinct that I'll turn, I'll hit it, and that's what he does.
Because even his shot for the half line, I was actually disappointed he missed.
Aye.
Because it was
ridiculous.
Shankland, you think,
I know. Just coming back, scores for the halfway line. You wouldn't put that past him.
yeah. Remember Big Hartson? Boy Fialo shot for the half line, he said he's got to score that.
Oh, mind that. Connor Salmon it was.
That's unreal.
He's had a few beauties, Big Hearts in it, man.
He's got to
Few
score.
belters.
So see now all these players are fit, what is Hearts' best 11 now? What will you see going forward?
Centre mid one.
Centre mid's the big one,
Would you
isn't
go
it?
Devlin as the two?
Leonard's done well.
Leonard has done well, he's man of the match.
I think he'll keep Leonard and Cammy.
And Bring may miss it.
I think Benny will drop it. I think just because Benny to stay fit, I think they'll just keep him on the bench because he probably still isn't 100% fit. And I think Mark's been so good since he came in, and there was so much made of Cammy leaving and being injured that he's came in and he's done really, really well. I think they'll probably play the two of them. Right back in the one of the wingers is kind of a hard one, isn't it, for their best 11 now? I'm not. I think every time Steinwinder plays right back, I think he struggles.
Yeah.
But Derek doesn't seem as if he fancies Altena as much. I know he came on. He obviously played at the weekend.
The only thing with Altena is he's good going forward, but I think
Got weak defensively.
I think defensively you could get at him. I mean, and under the circumstances, the thing with Steinwender is he isn't a right back, and he's not particularly good on the ball at times. But again, he's big, he's rapid.
That's definitely why he plays him.
And he's rapid. And so if there's anything over the top, he can bail the centre half out. If he has to, and if he is 1v1, he can get back down the line.
He's played McEntee right back quite a lot this season as well.
McEntee as well can play there as well. So
Was it 2 yellows? Right decision. He always looks knackered.
Aye, no,
I think you told us he done. No wonder he's knackered all the time.
I can't remember.
Remember with the virtual heads?
Oh, aye. Yeah, no, it is a second yellow, aye.
Yeah.
Aye. But listen, I think it's actually a good foul, 91st, 92nd minute.
yeah.
Boys run it, you step by you, bring him down.
That's
take the
such a
second
big
yellow.
goal, that, innit?
Massive, mate.
Especially when they drop points the week before. See if they then go and drop points again, it's starting to people start to get on that.
I can't
See,
believe how
even though-
close it is. How close they are to doing it.
Is it, Steve, how big an achievement will this be if Hearts do it? Where are we putting
Be biggest in our, I think it'll be the biggest since we started watching
It's
Scottish
the
football.
biggest, it's the biggest in my lifetime.
Definitely.
So I'm 41. The last time that somebody won it was Ferguson, 40 years ago.
Aye,
Wow.
it's definitely the big.
Aberdeen fans are going to go mad at me, right? I think harder to win now. I think the gap in finances between Hearts and Celtic and Rangers now are much bigger than it was with Aberdeen, Celtic and Rangers back in.
But no, but the Celtic and Rangers team has been dog shite, and this is the worst managers I've ever had, Nancy and Russell Martin, in the same season. They're not taking away from Hearts, but they say compare it to the Aberdeen one, I don't know. But the Celtic and Rangers have been awful this season.
But
that's not- I don't
Brendan
want to-
Rodgers started the season as a
I
Celtic
know,
manager. mate.
I don't want to take that away from Hearts. That's nothing against Hearts, because it's still a little bit unbelievable achievement. Do you think that, how confident are you they're going to do it, mate?
I think they will win the league.
Do you?
I don't. I've said that since there was 15 games to go, and I got to 15, 14, and I just thought there was just something. There's just something there. I just cannot see. And anytime they get beat, everybody just jumps on the bandwagon.
They're going to go.
This is the bubbles burst. The wheels are going to fall off, and they just come back again. And don't get me wrong, I still think they'll be twists and turns. They've still got obviously a derby. They've got Motherwell. They've got Rangers and Celtic to play. So I mean, they're big games.
The atmosphere's unreal, isn't it?
Oh,
at Newcastle.
But it's brilliant.
I just think they've got big players, mate. They've got big players that can.
Well, Long's coming back at this stage as well for the season for them. And see the biggest compliment I can give them as well. See, even though that was still 0-0, and you're obviously at the end you hear that they're not playing that well. I think you still fancy them to go and win games.
Games,
You're saying 0-0, 20 minutes ago, you're like, they'll score.
Do you speak to Dale much, Stephen? Do you know him?
Off and on, mate. Off and on, obviously.
How do you think he's dealing with it?
I think he's brilliant, mate. Listen, I was a massive advocate. I had a wee bit of a kind of not set to, but when Nazy went in and then Critchley went in, I'd said I think Derek McInnes was the man for
Who'd you ever
Hearts.
say it to her?
But people on the board who didn't agree with me at the time, because I think again people would just look at it and think, oh, Derek McInnes isn't flashy. At that time, didn't they think Dale was a flash enough name for Hearts? Hearts needs a manager. Just the way the club is, it just needs a man. It didn't need a coach. And I think it was probably too early for Nazy. I think it was an easy option for the club to put Nazy in. I think Nazy's meant to be a really good, I don't know him that well, but a good coach. But then to become the manager of Hearts, I just think they needed somebody like Dale. I like
The fans like that style of football at Hearts as well, don't they?
That's what it is, mate. Honestly, it was literally
Fast-paced attacking.
they like it. Get it wide, get balls in the box. Midfielders getting in the box after it, shots at goal. They just like all that. That's just the DNA of the club. And I like Dale, mate. I mean, obviously people were giving him a bit of a stick because he'd a go to wee boy Geiger after the Aberdeen game and all that. But I love all that. I think it's fucking brilliant.
How do you think he's been since he's Kevin Keegan you called?
No, they've responded really well, haven't they? really, really well. But
Did you say he was buckling under pressure?
I thought, mate,
Did he?
I thought even the way he was coming, remember he came after Celtic as well about they've not had penalties in years or something like that, and I thought, I don't know, but I was speaking to a few players the other weekend and they said they actually love the way Dale's been.
What, Hearts player?
Aye, Hearts players. They said they've loved it.
Would you not love that as well? Did you not like that if you were if you're in a changing room and he's your manager
He's up for it.
and you're listening to interviews where he's having a go at the old firm and things like that? If I'm a Hearts player, I'm sitting in there going like that.
I think it's completely deliberate what he's doing.
So do I.
I think he's trying to create this kind of siege mentality where everyone doesn't think we can do it, they're all against us. Like, I think he's doing that deliberately to try and get that extra 1%, whatever it is, out his players.
Brilliant. Now, you played in a Hearts team, finished third 2011 under the Jet.
Yeah.
How hard was it to keep up with Celtic Rangers at that time? What did it come down? Was it the quality they had throughout their squad?
So we played them, we were just going into March and we played Rangers at home. I scored the winner to win 1-0.
Wow.
And we went a point behind Celtic. And then we went Celtic, Rangers, Celtic. And Paddy McCourt tore us an arsehole at Celtic Park with his copas on.
I remember that game, he was fucking brilliant.
It was unbelievable, mate. A set of copas and I just fucking... It was absolutely, again, that was just another horrendous thing. He turned me and Darren Barr into each other. The two of us. Darren Barr's got the fattest head in football. And literally chopped, that slow chop? Chopped and then chopped the other when the two of us ran into each other. And then I think we get pumped 4-0 at Park.
And then after that set of results,
we just went, mate. I don't think we won. I think there was like 7 or 8 games left. I don't think we won any of them. I think we just completely capitulated.
I might be talking shit here. Was that the season where you went on a mental run for the first 13, 14 games or something?
19 games.
Oh, 19?
19 games and we get beat off. So we went 18 games unbeaten. Then went to the 19th game, get beat off Celtic, and Romanov came in on the Monday and we'd get beaten the Sunday, and we were in the Monday and he came in the Monday, held a meeting and he walked straight in. The kid obviously couldn't speak Scottish or British, and he came in and his wee Sergey, the wee arsehole that done all this stuff for him, came in and was like, Mr. Romanov said it's not good enough, you will be getting no bonuses, blah. And the boy's like, fucking just went 18 games unbeaten, sitting top of the league. And he was like, nah, not good enough, you're a disgrace. And then it just, we kind of had a wee bit of a lull and then we come back again, but 18 games we were unbeaten.
With the bonuses a joke at that time?
Ridiculous, mate.
Can you tell us what it is now?
Ridiculous. So when I signed, I remember when I first signed my deal, it was like £1,200 a win, but then you get £300 a point, which made no sense. On top of it,
So it's basically £2,100 a win.
but that's how they stated it in the contract. And I remember sitting with my agent at the time, and I'm like nudging him, looking at the bonus sheet, and I'm going, and he's just going, don't say anything, just don't say anything, just sign it. And I was like, keeping in mind, I think I was in £75 a win at Ayr United. When I moved for Ayr to fucking for Hearts, and it was like £75 a win, and then it was double bonus against Rangers, Celtic, and Hibs. And I'm reading this. I mean, it was an absolute joke.
Our bonuses were pish at Hearts, I know.
Aye.
Don't get me wrong, I went in administration twice, mate. There's a reason for it. But it was the same, mate. When I signed, I was going back to St Johnstone. So Dale was signing me back because I left St Johnstone to go to Ayr, and there was a clause in the contract that St Johnstone could take me back at first refusal. And then Jim Jeffries did try to sign me at Kilmarnock. He had left Kilmarnock, went straight to Hearts, and then they'd come straight in for me. So I was like, I've got to go to Hearts. And I had the phone, obviously Derek was on the phone screaming at me.
Has he gone nuts?
You better come up the fucking M8 to Perth. And I was like, I've
got to
go to Hearts. But my agent was phoning me back at this time, and I think I was on like £450 a week or something like that here. So I was on peanuts. And he was like, I've told them St Johnstone have offered you X amount. Give me 5 minutes, I'll just come back. I'm going to tell you, obviously it was money that St Johnstone could never have offered. And see if if they'd done any research, they'd understood that. And this wee guy Sergey would just come back saying, yes, that's fine, we'll match that. And the money they were giving us. But obviously that's the reason why.
What's your favourite Romanov story? One of my favourite stories, have you heard Jim Jeffries talk about it?
Is it the basketball one?
He's a world champion basketball over 35. I was in tears, mate.
Mate, he subbed himself on the championship winning game.
That's right, over 35 for like a second.
For a second.
And he was calling himself world champion.
Came in with a medal.
How good is that, man?
And did you on it to clap him?
I mean, he came into the change room. The first time he came into the change room, and he was going round everybody. And Big Zal, man, Big Zal was unbelievable. Big Zal was sitting laughing, and he came up to me and he starts, "Oh, big boy." And I was just like, I'm sitting there looking, I'm going, what the fuck? He's last height. He's going, "You big boy." I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And then they gave me the wee dolls, the Russian dolls. So they start off at this size, and then they get weird. That's what I got. It's a so bad.
You say, why? He gave you them?
He fuck knows me. I'm not going to ask him though. I was just, again, I was only 2 minutes in the door, but obviously Mr. Romanov wants to see you, and I'm like, oh, fucking yes, man, here we go.
Jeffries told me as well that he used to hit penalties into one of the goalies.
He used to fly in, and then he would, obviously, wee Gogsy would have his kit and that ready, so he would come out with
What training kit?
the training kit on.
He wouldn't put a full training kit on.
Full kit.
With boots?
Pair of speciales. And then
Paddy McCoy.
the goalkeeper jammer or some lad would need to go in goals, but you couldn't save it. And he could
He was trying to save it.
he just dived the other way, but he could hardly kick the ball properly. And then you're diving and he was like away celebrating and all that. But
He's like Romanov saying at one point, fucking goalie shit.
he's probably thinking,
They got a goalie.
these fuckers get a cup final, I'm signing myself and putting myself on for the last minute.
That's unreal. Did you like him as a guy? Was he alright? Sound?
Mate, I had a couple of half conversations with him, but again, he was just a maniac, wasn't he? He was pumping hundreds of, well, he was kidding on, he was pumping hundreds of money into the club, and I think at the start his ideas were just, but obviously quickly, I mean, through all the shit with him not paying you and everything, it was ridiculous.
Steve, how do you look back in that cup final against St Mirren where you score 2 goals but you lose the game?
That's a fucking brutal question.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
That's horrendous.
But you're right back down to earth.
Just horrendous, mate. It was horrendous.
That one of your worst days in football?
The worst.
Was it?
So obviously I had left to go to Ipswich and then had went back, and that way where I was coming, I don't know what age I had, I'd been 30, 31 maybe at the time, so I knew that it was coming to the end, but I was going to be going down the way, so the chance of me getting to another cup final were going to be slim, and I thought this is my one chance of winning something proper. And obviously she scored 2 goals at Hampden. You think it'd be an amazing occasion, but...
How did the goals go? How did the score go?
1-0 to us, I scored first, then we went 3-1 down. I brought it back to 3-2. And then I hit the post in the last minute to try and make it 3 each.
Fuck.
Um,
What a hero you'd have been, mate.
Horrible. And I mean, I regret some of it. I like, don't even know where my medal is. I think I flung it in the bin. No, just because again at that stage I knew I was so fucked off because I had obviously missed the 5-1. I was obviously at the game and was so happy for the boys, but obviously to miss out on that I was gutted, obviously, and then just felt as if that was maybe my one chance to try and give a bit back to the club and repay the club. And
what was the dressing room like after it?
Horrendous.
Would you be vocal in that, mate? Would you speak to the boys?
I mean, I had a bit of a go at John Sutton. Had done an unbelievable chance before half time to make it 2-0.
Oh, I forgot
I headed at the back post, which you'd have probably Sutty would have 9 times out of 10 scored, missed it. And then I remember the night we went back to Tynecastle because obviously they had cornered all the streets off and that for if we had won, and you drive back in the bus and all the fencing's out to like divide the fans and everything. There's nobody there, and then you get back in and
Play with your Russian dolls.
Play with my Russian dolls and just realise how shite life is.
Could Jim Jeffries be quite scary? Like Kev says he could go.
It was horrendous, mate. A couple of times I only had a couple of... I mean, him and Billy Brown were amazing for me, but there's a couple of times I played 7 or 8 games in the bounce in that period where we had won, or we were at 18 games unbeaten. Was playing really well and he took me out of the team. And I thought, I need to go up and see him. And I remember going up into the office and know how there's like the offices, and then his office was right at the back. And I buzzed in the door and him and Billy Brown were sitting watching the racing TV, just sitting at the desk chilling. And I've walked and he's just turned around and looked at me and he just went, "Don't let the door hit you in the fucking way out." Never even said anything to me. I just turned around and walked out.
Oh, that's the worst feeling in the world.
And then I knew I never played for about another 4 weeks. And then I played really well at Motherwell, one of the games. I played alongside Larry Kingston. Larry Kingston was horrendous. And he came in and he fucking destroyed me, man. Like destroyed me, and he was like, "You bastard, you'll be back at here quicker than what you came here. You play like that again." And I remember thinking, I actually done alright here. And then going out the changing room, getting home for the weekend, and what, you're sitting in the house all weekend, like shitting yourself, just thinking, I thought I'd done alright. But he would second guess you all the time.
Do you think it was because you were a character you felt as if we'd handle that the right way?
Aye, because then obviously when you get in the Monday, I was just want to empty every day and get right in about training again. And then Billy Brown, she come the Monday or the Tuesday, Billy Brown would come over to you and be like, "Listen, you know what he's like, he really likes you, that's why he likes you." And it maybe just echoes through into the other players. But he's brilliant guy, brilliant, not much of a coach, but a brilliant manager.
I don't think I've ever went to see a manager and came out thinking that was a good chat.
I made the right choice to see him, and
I regret every single time I've ever went to see a manager.
you end up talking all the shit as well, don't you? You've got something set in your head you're going to say.
100%. None of it. I didn't fucking say anything. I agreed with him for 10 minutes.
You know, you give me a plan where I'm going to say this to him, and you say it to the boys in the change room, "I'm going to go up and see the gaffer and say this and say that," and then you go up and then you're like, "I ain't no worries, gaffer, thanks very much." That was the last time I ever went and seen a manager.
After that, it's a waste of time.
I never really done it much, to be honest, in my career, but I never felt as if it went well, ever.
Start speaking, he's like, "What? what you trying to say?" Or genuinely, it was just a load of shite that came out of your mouth. He's like, "What?" Did you ever think, was there ever a time you thought Hearts are done here?
What, out the game?
The club's going out of the game?
Well, obviously, when they went into administration, when I went back my second time, they went into administration and...
Was this under Gary Locke?
Gary Locke, so Lockie phoned me and he said, "Look, we're going into administration, so I want you to stay. I'm going to be manager, I want you to stay, but the administrator is going to have to phone you and go through all the financial side of stuff with you." And the boy Brian Jackson, have you ever met him? So he was the administrator, unbelievable, great guy, still speak to him, still keep in contact, which is weird, but still keep in touch with him. And he phoned me up and he just said, "Look, club want to keep you, because he was basically making decisions, I want to keep you, experienced player, you're well thought around the club and everything, but you're going to have to take a 50% wage cut." And I was like, "Right, okay." And he's like, "The bad part of this is you've got half an hour."
Fuck.
And
did every player get this?
No, there was only like, I think there was only 3 years that got, I think I was the most that got cut. And I went away and I just, he literally hung the phone up on me and I thought, do you know what, I've left once before and it was a lot of money. And it was a lot of money. People just, you know what it's like, people look at football players and they go, oh, you'll still be fine though, but it was a lot of money that I was losing or I was willing to give up. And I phoned Lockie back within 5 minutes and I was just like, do you know what, I love Lockie to bits, mate. He was a great coach, great guy. And I loved playing for Hearts and I just was like, right, that's fine, I'll do that. And then you had all the aftermath of, mate, we had kids coming up with their piggy bank money with, you know, like 10 quid in their piggy bank and they were donating it. And then obviously at the weekend there they get 20 million pledges.
Did you ever think you'd see them in the position they're in now? Like with a chance to win the league and
not at that stage.
so well backed by Tony Bloom?
I mean, at that stage, I remember Brian Jackson, because I was one of the older players going through everything with you, like, because he was always dead honest with everything financially. This is where the club is, this is how it has to hit this milestone money-wise to survive, and then it has to hit this to keep going. And to be fair, mate, if it wasn't for the fans, they wouldn't be here. That's just a fact.
I don't even know if you know this. Did you see the guy that was doing the interview with the 20 million pledges, Gary Halliday?
Yeah.
You know him?
Your uncle?
That's my dad's cousin, aye.
Is it actually?
Aye. So
No way.
the lone wolf in the family's Mad Hearts. He's been like part of the fan book for years.
How's he came about that he's a Hearts fan?
They were brought up in Edinburgh. I don't really know how. It's my dad's cousin. They were brought up in Edinburgh. He's been Mad Hearts his full life, aye. And he's been part of the fan board for years. Actually, it was my wee brother that sent the picture in when I group chat with me, my wee brother and my dad. As an pet peeve fucking group chats. And my wee brother must have been watching Hearts TV with the game and put the picture in a Gary in the chat with Hearts TV. Yeah.
20
Gary boy.
Go on, Gary.
Sensational that, mate.
20 million, mate. I think that's insane.
For the fan.
Aye, 20 million quid. Like
That's
that is
mental.
When you think about that is...
madness.
Tivo, did you play Big Kev at Hearts? Was he there at the same time as you?
Aye, was
Did you go on?
not particularly.
Did you know? I know, mate. Bit of a clash.
Aye,
two
probably
centre
a bit. Probably a bit of a clash at personalities and just the way it was at times, wasn't it? I'm not there to be everybody's mate.
Mm-hmm.
Kev's Big Kev. He's very Kev's world and everybody has to live in it, and I was very much the other way.
Did you ever have it out with each other?
A couple of times. There were a couple of times we had.
a good fight at.
With a couple of times we had.
That's a big
But
fight.
don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing with him. I remember we played up at Inverness once, and I was playing sort of centre midfield, and he had a go at me at half time, and he was like, "Fucking, I'm going to head the ball, don't you? Any chance you just fucking backing it up? Like, you know where I'm going to head it down?" And I was like, "Alright, fair enough." And fair enough, 10 minutes later, they headed it down and I scored. That was my first ever goal for Hearts that I scored. So I mean, that's the way changing rooms were when I was growing up. Was if you had a bit of an issue with people, it was what it was. But when you went across the white line, you were all there to win 3 points. That was.
Now they just wouldn't speak to each other, whereas you would probably.
No, we did. Obviously I've been on here a couple of times when he was here and we speak away and all that, but he's not.
No, he means modern day football.
Now you can't. I mean, it's frowned upon now. Obviously, there's been stories with players over the years where you could go in at half time and have a go at somebody and then they report you to a director of football or something like that for bullying or something.
What's your dressing room like for that?
I didn't go in the dressing room a lot, but we played Edinburgh away, and obviously you're there about an hour and a half before, and like silence, and it's like, fucking hell, man, dressing rooms have changed a lot.
Even at half time in that?
No, half time. To be fair, a couple of the boys have got an opinion. The boys will speak up. But before, I couldn't believe how quiet it was before the game, mate.
I don't like the full mobile phones in dressing rooms. I
hate that as well.
I liked it when it was like, so with Jim Jeffries, if we got on the bus, see, as soon as you got on the bus, if your phone went on the bus, man, you were in big trouble. And I liked it that way. Like, you got on the bus, you turned your phone off, and that was it until after the game.
You're not allowed phones at the canteen, which is good.
Aye, see all that sort of stuff.
Did the manager bring that in, Andy?
Aye. As the basically that's your time where obviously you're training your team proper, you work hard, and then when you're having your food, that's what you talk about.
Socialising.
Aye, socialise.
Aye, see, like, that was something that really annoyed me in football coming to end. Like, we'd get beat, mate, and boys would just walk in and go straight. Before the manager's even done his team talk, as soon as he came in for the game,
they're sitting
go
on
and
their
check the phone.
I know,
What was he? They've just been beat.
Yeah. And again, it's just a different time. We're all dinosaurs now.
Steve, I know I keep saying this, but did it ever spill out with MD in a dressing room? If you're vocal in a change room, did it ever a fight ever break out with you?
I know the film.
But I like characters like this in a dressing room that are going on, boys.
So, I mean, there's been times where me and Jamie Hamill used to have it out and then travel together. Andy Webster. Me and Andy Webster used to travel all the time. Andy Webster used to empty me in training all the time, and we would have literally be square going each other. And then we would get in the motor after it, stop at Hart Hill, get a Lucozade, get a bar of chocolate.
It's the best, isn't it?
And they're the best times, you know what I mean? Like, there's no... Obviously, had a bit of a fight with the boy McManus at St Johnstone where the both of us get sent off.
What during the game?
During the game, he flung me in the top corner, didn't he? And then I tried to have a go back at him, and then obviously as I was coming off, one of the St Johnstone boys was like, he's a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu and everything, and I ran in and look, Dylan McGowan was in the changing room, and I was like standing in front of that fucking door. Because I tried to move him and he was a big boy.
Somebody told me you shat it to meet Graham Spears. Paulo Sergio comes in. What was he like to work under? Was he like a top manager at that time? Quite a big coup to get him in it.
He was amazing, mate. Again, do you know what I liked about Paulo? See, when Paulo first came in, he wanted to do shape and that all the time. So we done like unopposed, we're talking about unopposed shape and all that, and it was like Tuesday shape, Wednesday shape, Thursday shape, and it's fucking freezing up at Harriet Watt. And we never had the best of starts under him, and I remember 4 or 5 years went to see him and just was like, listen Paulo, day shape on a Thursday, but this isn't Portugal where you're standing with your bib on and your shorts. We're all out there fucking freezing our nuts off. We want to run about, we want to smash into each other, we want to have wee games. That's a Scottish, at that time that was a Scottish sort of mentality. And to be fair to him, he changed it, and then
did he?
I changed training. But what a guy, mate. Loved a bevy.
What, would he come out with the boys?
He was out with the boys all the time, mate.
Was he?
Great guy, still got a great relationship with him. Obviously, I went on strike under him when we stopped getting paid for about 5 months.
5 months you didn't get paid?
5 months, aye.
Fucking hell.
So-
Nuts.
5 months he never paid us. Again, there
Was that when Blackie went and was a painter?
during that, so there was a mad story printed about me, which was a bit fake. But they basically, cut a long story short, they never paid us for 5 months, and then if it got to 6 months under FIFA law, you could leave. And the week before it got to the 6 months, they dropped like £1,000 in everybody's account, and that was then basically been seen to trying to pay you. So I mean,
it's a sly.
It's sly. It was a token gesture. They knew what they were doing.
Did you need to get another job?
No, I just said I wasn't coming back, and obviously I knew the January window was coming, and I knew Ipswich were interested in me, so I was like, until you start paying me again, or it wasn't even so much me, mate. It was more just the fact that they kept coming in saying they were going to pay us, which they were lying about. And we had young kids on like £300 a week, £400 a week. It was coming to Christmas, and they weren't even paying them. That was like, this is just a shambles. I would probably look back on it now and probably do it a bit differently, but again, at that time I was dead hot-headed in the fact that I was just like, oh fuck you, I'm out of here. You're treating me like shit. If it was on a building site, you'd have been knocked out by now. So I just made...
Did you eventually get all the money that was owed now?
No. So I basically had to waiver all the money to move to Ipswich, which I did. And then obviously when I came back, I think I was only back 6 or 7 months, and then it went into administration again, then I had to take the 50% wage cut.
That was when you got your Scotland Cup as well, wasn't it? Around about that time.
Around about that time, it was when I got called up for Scotland as well. So
Ipswich, what a move, nah?
How was it then?
Championship.
it was good, mate. It was good.
Paul Jewell?
Paul Jewell, aye. Good boys.
Sexy, innit?
Good boys.
You've done well, mate. Remember at Wigan?
Good manager. Mental, but good. And then obviously I had Jimmy Bullard.
Was Bullard the hero, huh? Too much, innit?
Jimmy
Hero,
was
but too much.
Jimmy was just Jimmy, mate. I mean, the first day I came in and I was sitting, he get changed. So I had him this side of me, Lee Boyer the other side of me, and it was like chalk and cheese. Like Lee Boyer played in the Premier League, and he was just a nice guy. Jimmy was sitting bollock naked next to me, just like sitting looking at me, just staring at me naked, and I was like, not knowing where to look at it, like, and he's just for about 15 minutes just dead looking at me, and then got on really, really well with him. I mean, sometimes I'd get home and he'd be sitting in my flat, And
You get a key to your flat?
He got a key to my flat. He went and got keys cut to my flat.
That's amazing.
He'd taken, he had a
Well,
driver.
wait, you're trying to take your key to your pocket and go and get them cut?
He had a driver, and he got the driver to go, his driver to go and get keys cut. And then I went home one day and he was just sitting in my living room. But again, listen, I had obviously a few nights out with him. And I mean, he's good for a couple of hours. And,
That's what it's like, mate.
and then you're just like, holy fuck, this is far
I
too
need to
much.
go,
You
yeah.
did love him though, didn't you?
I loved him, mate, but it was the same as I was like, I can't wait, I need to go now.
Which is
He doesn't
surprising,
leave
to
you
be
alone,
fair.
mate, I know.
Which is surprising for you. I mean,
Exactly, mate. And it's like, he just stands next to you, you can't, and he nips you a bit, and he's fucking, what was he like, Pence? He was so fucking wild.
he's hard work, man. He's one click off the cuckoo's nest.
100%.
But some player, some guy.
Was he some player, right?
Oh, good player,
Oh,
mate.
I remember at full, that was only in Wigan as well, was it, wasn't he?
Hull.
Oh, as well.
We had a really good team there. So we had Aaron Creswell that went on and played at
Left
West
back,
Ham. Grant Ledbetter was at
Good player,
Sunderland. Boyce Sissonko that was at Stoke, big centre half.
What year would that have been?
2013.
I'd have probably played against that team then.
Damon Delaney went on to Crystal Palace, played in the Prem.
My first goal for Motherwell was against Ipswich at Portland Road, 3-3.
Wow.
Grant Ledbetter definitely scored. That was my first goal for Motherwell. It was a good team as well.
Did you do well there, Steve?
Alright. But then
Did you find the standard down there better than the Premier League?
some of the top teams were decent, but that's what I was saying, muchness, I think. In general, they kind of mid to bottom teams, there wasn't they're just bigger, aren't they? They're bigger and stronger.
Athletic,
We played West Ham. My debut was against West Ham, and I remember walking out in the tunnel, and it was like the boy Collins played against Leicester, and it was the boy Wes Morgan that I'm playing against. And like you walk out and you're just like, get hell, man, he's like the side of a bus, and he's rapid, and he's decent on the ball. But it was enjoyable, mate. But my oldest boy had been born, and my missus at the time was still up the road, so it was difficult because you're that far away and there's that many games and everything. So I had the chance to come back to Hearts, so I came back.
Miles away Ipswich, isn't it?
That's a camel trip.
The Norwich sort of way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Miles. Right, boys, time for a shout out to our betting partners, SBK. Sign up and receive a welcome offer. £30 and free bets when you bet £5.
Once you're signed up, make sure you check out the unbeatable new features. Their new Acabus, a game changer, giving you even more value on every football accumulator you play, Slaney boy.
And that's not all. Their brand new social betting feed lets you tap into the betting wisdom of sharpest mind, including us. You can find all of our weekly picks and coupons right there in the app, so get downloading it and set up an account. 18 plus, please gamble responsibly.
Did you do a bet at the weekend?
Mine DLs get beat with... Who did we get beat with? Who's the scores Premier League?
Rangers beat Aberdeen.
Motherwell game. Had Motherwell to win. What was the... Are we going to...
A few upsets. Falkirk, someone was an upset as well, wasn't it?
Aye.
Oh, where did that come from, by the way?
We are going to come about Rangers v Aberdeen. Massive win for Rangers. Again, back to say, I think, is it more impressive the performance this time? 'Cause you say he's not really seen that fair role, but now getting results with a performance.
Aye, I thought they were a lot better. Obviously conceded a poor goal, but again, thought defensively they were really good.
Goal comes for trying to play it a wee bit.
Aye, but which is, this is going to happen. I was actually questioning at the start of the game why Raskin was dropping in all the times I might do a back three, because I thought any time they lost the ball, Chukwane, they only play with two centre mids, so Chukwane would be the only other centre mid. Any time they lost it, it was just such a massive area in the middle of the pitch that Aberdeen were landing on everything. But Aberdeen, I thought, well, Aberdeen were so poor, honestly. I thought they were really poor. But Rangers, on the flip side, I thought were really good.
See someone being poor, like disorganised poor,
Aberdeen.
or just when, Aberdeen, disorganised poor, which is obviously not like, they usually, Stephen Robson's 3-5-2s, like works like clockwork.
And just never, like, that, when they scored the goal, that's the first goal they scored away from home this year, and you can see it watching them, just, again, never really threatening at the top end of the pitch. I thought they turned the ball over within 2-3 passes and just allowed Rangers to go waves and waves of attack. But again, it's another game where it's just like Mikey Moore for me. I could generally watch him every week, mate. She's just that type of player where it's like that fearless nature that every time, 18-year-old, every time I'm going to go in the ball, I'm going to go and try and make a difference. And by the way, it doesn't always come off, but I think it's just so refreshing to watch him. It really is.
You watching him?
I've seen it, mate, aye.
What were Rangers better at this week than they have been previous weeks?
I thought just in general they played better. I mean, obviously the goal they give out with that, the goal they give away is through their own mistake. I thought just in general they were better than what they have been. But that is obviously it. On the flip side of Aberdeen are in absolute free fall.
Mm.
I actually
Definitely could go down.
can't believe how bad they are. And I think if they end up finishing in that playoff spot, I think they'll struggle, especially if it's Partick that they're going up against.
I honestly didn't realise Aberdeen were that close to it. I think it's 3 points.
3 points,
between- I didn't realise it was that close.
So I called it when they were about 12 points clear, or 12 or 9 points clear, and when they played Hearts, and I was like, they're in massive trouble. The players just look as if they've got absolutely nothing.
But see how this is, we said this when he first got the job. I don't think they've got the players to set up how he wants to play.
No,
No, I don't think they do either.
I mean, I know Olosanya's played for St Mirren, but Nisbet's not a striker that you're going to win the ball back and put him down the side. You're going to run people all day, is he?
no.
In midfield, you've got Cameron, Armstrong.
I don't think it's loads of energy,
Jane,
which I think that's what the
Geiger's the only one that
midfielders-
looks as if he
He can
wants
get a
to
bit.
try and get a bit, and
Even their back five's not a lot of physicality. Is
Nah.
it? So no, listen, I agree with you. I don't
think
really
they
think
could
it is.
go
I think they will. I think St Mirren will pick up points. So I think Kelly will definitely pick up points.
Now, Kelly.
well, I tell you, they play.
They're in free fall, mate.
St Mirren play
That's
Aberdeen.
next week, innit?
Is it St Mirren?
It's at St Mirren.
Oh,
See, on that thing, like you look at St Mirren now, and they have improved since Craig McCreasy's came in. And then you look at Aberdeen, Stephen Robinson after the game, he's coming for the players straight away. Didn't work at St Mirren. Do you think that's going to work with these Aberdeen players? I'm coming out, calling them out so early.
did he slaughter him after the game?
He says if they got a few home truths that they should have been told 6 months ago.
Oh,
He talked about the level of goals they conceded were so poor. I mean, other than the second, I don't think they were that bad. Do you know what I mean? I think it was just a product of how they played. Because the first goal was a great ball for Raskin in behind, and Aberdeen initially do well to block it, and then Chutwani puts it in for 25 yards out. Tav scores a free kick for 25 yards out. But I think
That's
it's just
worrying,
in general, the
like,
performance levels.
you'd imagine a Stevie Robinson just coming in and get a bounce. The least you'd they'd be organised. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know him, but I've obviously seen a couple of things in the media now where people were saying that St Mirren, the reason it went down, but obviously they won the cup, and then there was that sort of hangover for it, and some of the players thought they were better than what they were, and they got away from doing what they were good at. And then somebody had said the other day there was like, and Jink the manager has as well. And then you see press conference after the game, and you think,
Maybe he's.
I don't know if 6 months ago he would have said that.
I
And
get what you're saying.
as he went to Aberdeen and walked in that changing room and went, I've been flying, I've got St Mirren, which he's done a great job at St Mirren, won the cup, and then maybe he just went at them because he feels as if he's got a bit more about him. And I don't think that. Listen, in the changing room, say what you want to say. But I don't know if you're on the bus going back up the road and you're listening to your manager saying that about you in a press, because you know obviously you get.
Do you think that would motivate you, or do you think it would demotivate you?
Depends how it comes across. I mean, if he came across as being a dick, which I think it sounded a bit dickish, I would be like, who's this guy? Genuinely. Where if he was coming for me and just saying, you can do better, you need to be doing this and that, then I would obviously just be honest and be like, I need to do better.
Was there also a wee bit in Aberdeen players? Well, you said that about St Mirren players, and they've got better since you've left. Now you're saying
That's
that
what I'm
about
saying.
us.
That's what I mean. So then you look at it all, and again, when they're on, you know what it's like. When you're winning, it's amazing. But see, when you're in free fall, it's just the complete opposite.
Yeah.
It's just as hard to get out here.
But great news for Aberdeen fans. How many staff are in the gym this morning at 7?
Them press ups.
Same press ups, mate.
That
So
was a bizarre
lot to
comment,
hang on
wasn't
to there. What did you make of the comment?
I know, mate. It's just wild, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Neil McCann's done really well at Kilmarnock, and I think they'll get out here.
So they are.
And I think that if St Mirren beat Aberdeen, which I think they will, I think Aberdeen are nailed on to be a 11th in that playoff.
Leave St Mirren and go to Aberdeen, then
They get relegated.
Aberdeen being the bottom two.
Wild. Took the right decision to chop off Miofsky's goal, or is too much happened since the handball? What was your take?
I know we say this. I don't know. I don't know my opinions on handballs. I don't know. For me, I don't think that is that unnatural, and it's definitely not away from your body. But I don't know if any of you know the rule. I thought if the opposition then touch the ball, then it's no part of the phase of play. I don't know if it's because they don't actually win the ball and they've got secure possession, but
I don't think MD knows the rules.
no.
Genuinely don't. I think that they talk about all these phases and all that and everything. Can you not just go back to it being, see if it's an actual handball? We all know what a handball is. See if it's a proper handball, then it's a handball.
Well, I said last week I thought Simon Murray's handball in the derby, I thought it's a disgrace. The fact that's given as a penalty, I think, is so bad. But then Willie Collum says in the VAR review, it's because he feels that he doesn't make an attempt to bring his arm in. Now, I would argue, I think it's happened in a split second. He's 5 yards away. The ball's going to the corner. Now, Connor Barron's not made himself bigger. He's not moved towards the ball. Do you know what I mean? His arm's always here. So for me, I think it's harsh, but
that's why they should have people for,
aren't they?
but they should have fit people. And
Do you genuinely like that? What, like an ex-player sitting in my ref?
well, there you go. He's explained it, which is right. It's like if you're a player or an ex-player and you're saying to the referee that ball's been fired for 5 yards away, there's no way you can move your hand in time because you're thinking about X, Y, and Z, and it maybe makes it. I don't know where they just think black and white. He used to move his hand. The last thing you're thinking about is I never used to think about my hands when I was trying to defend in the line like that. Even when I see defenders running in, they put their hands behind their back. I'm like, I would never think of that when I was running.
Celtic on Sunday, I actually thought that somebody for Celtic went out to stop a cross and they had their hands behind their back. You did hate that, didn't you? I've said that before. You hate when you see people try to defend like that.
I hate it, mate. Brutal. But I was speaking to somebody on TalkSport and they were saying the amount of cameras that they have in the Premier League in England ranges between 30 to 36.
Makes it quicker.
And so they've got so many more angles and they've got more. Do you know how many cameras they have at games up here?
Just a guy who's phone, innit?
4.
Willie Collum, he's 4.
4 cameras.
It's only if it's on Sky or Premier, innit?
Is that, huh?
So they've got 4 cameras at games. So how are you meant to get that?
Right.
Mate, you've seen some of the lines.
Ex-pros put their name forward to do it, would you do it?
What the fuck?
What type of chink would do it?
Is there no? I'm sure there is a referee that makes an ex-player.
He would do it.
Mackay Stevens would definitely do it.
You would need somebody that's proper, like,
into that.
Liam Racine.
you couldn't. He could.
Liam Senior would do it, mate. You could do it.
He seems quite a sensible guy.
You could do it.
No
Gary
chance.
Mackay
You'd be
Stevens,
good at
you used to.
Big VAR t-shirt on.
Us 3 have me and you. Imagine us 3 try to draw a straight line.
Craigie would do it.
Fuck's sake.
Crags would do it.
Crags would fucking defo do it.
So hold on.
I know I'm putting you in the same bracket.
And I'm in it with Stephen Craig and GMS. What?
You're all naked.
With Johnny's hanging at your asses. Drawing lines. He's onside, Willie.
Who impressed you for Rangers, mate? Player
Joe Romans, Mikey Moore, Nasser Jiga.
He's come on to
Asgar's better than Olsen.
I agree with you. And I've not been a massive Asgard fan because, and I keep saying this because I think he's got more. But I thought he was decent.
Mobile on that as well, huh?
It was the best performance Rangers have had probably for that area of the pitch for a while. I think the only worry, now it's not a weekend for Rangers to be negative. I thought they were really good, deserved to win comfortably, but getting your 2 strikers no scoring. I know they don't need to score every week. The more important thing is obviously winning the game, but you spent 13 million on the 2 strikers.
So much.
Chamiti misses an absolute sitter at 0-0 as well.
Do you know the only thing that I would...
He looks, see against the Celtic game, he actually looks like a good finisher at times when you see them ones.
Again, the only thing that if you're in the Rangers coaching staff and that, you'll look at it and go, see against all the big teams, he's been unbelievable.
Aye, he has,
Hat-trick against Hearts at Ibrox. Obviously against Celtic.
Against Celtic twice. But see, my thing is, right, so we're talking about Lonshannon come back for Hearts, seeing these tight games, these 1-0 games, you need your striker to be the end of things in the box, you need to score goals.
Aye.
Is Chamiti or Nadiri going to be the strikers that are going to...
I've never seen Nadiri shoot a goal.
Do you know what? As well, I actually thought he was alright.
He does alright on the ball,
on Saturday.
I've never actually seen him shoot a goal.
He's not my cup of tea.
Nah.
I don't think he had a shot at the weekend I can remember.
Imagine you're a striker and we're all sitting here going, I can't remember him shooting a goal.
1-4-1, you've done a shot.
How mad's that? You're actually tackling your own players to get a shot at goal, aren't you? Like, if you're an actual proper striker.
And then if you're Miovski, you're sick, aren't you? Because a great finish and the real out for the barn.
If Rangers are to win the league, it's down to their back 4 all day long.
Which again is incredible. I think it's Jürgen Fernandez that have been a big mainstay. The left back's really good, isn't he?
He is top. He is very, very good. I think he's literally been an 8 out of 10 every game he's played so far. And it's like what we were saying about people running in behind. He's the biggest one for Rangers. Just always on the last line, underlaps, overlaps, picking people into the box. Looks dangerous, can get on the end of things. Obviously scored at St Mirren last week.
Still ruling him out, Andy boy?
I've never ruled them out.
You have.
Wait here.
Oh,
You said
No.
there is no chance that Rangers team can win
In
the league.
January. Aye.
No, I'm sure you said that before, after that.
I'll say it now. Rangers will not win the league. But
Good.
I'm no, like Celtic, who will not win the league.
But how are you
But I'm
so
not ruling
confident
them out
saying?
because
How are you so confident saying
no,
Rangers
I
won't win
just
the
don't
league?
think they will win the league. It's, if I wavered over my heart's opinion for the last 6 months, you have.
But I think that's
I've
mad to completely where you're saying it. They'll not win the league when it's only a couple of points.
Because it's the maddest season of all time. There's nothing to suggest.
But you have said that.
Teams will not drop points week on week.
Am I right
But I
in
just
saying
don't,
that-
I think Hearts will win the league.
I mean, I could be wrong here, but am I right in saying that you've said Rangers have got the best squad at the three?
I think they've got the best 11 in the three. Aye.
So surely that would then make them favourites to go and do it.
But they're behind. They're not ahead.
I know, but in this running, if they're going to play Hearts, going to play Celtic, if they've
I
got
don't
the
think
best
they'll win
11,
at Tynecastle.
do you know?
No. No, again, I think they've got the best 11 in the league, but Tynecastle has been literally a fortress for Hearts all season long. Every time they've played Celtic and Rangers at Tynecastle, they've been the better side. I couldn't, with any confidence, say that Rangers will go and win at Tynecastle.
Just a bit surprised being a Rangers man go doing that, going heavily against them.
So who do you think will win the league?
You can't, honestly, you can't predict it anymore. What do you think? Do you think that they can do it?
That's
It's news to me.
I hope I'm wrong. Trust me, I hope I'm wrong.
Look at
but
this, he doesn't
I
want to
think
get
Hearts will
involved.
win it.
I was more interested in the St Mirren Aberdeen game next week. Who would you fancy for it?
What fancy St Mirren?
I think St Mirren.
A draw.
You imagine you're a St Mirren player.
Oh,
I know
and what what he said about it, great point, mate.
Imagine the full week leading up to that.
If Craig McLeish is not showing them the videos,
Mate, you
he's not
imagine
doing something right.
If you're him, obviously I played with Big Alan McManus, so I know what Big Chalky's like as well. Monday and Tuesday, you'll just try and keep it as low key as you possibly can. Thursday, you'll do your shape. See, on a Friday, imagine your meeting on the Friday morning. You'll literally just show clips of what he said, the way
Caned
he's
them all
been.
year, mate, as well, didn't they? St Mirren boys.
Who did?
Dave Robinson.
Did he? What did he say?
We slaughtered them every week, blamed them every time they get beat, he blamed the players for that.
He was always talking about injuries and the players that I've got are not good enough.
Yeah.
Need to get my
Well, let's see
injured
how
players back.
bad they are on Saturday then.
That's actually it's a massive game next week, that, isn't it?
But again, that's how crazy the league's been, is the fact that we're talking about Hearts being favourites and then the actual potential at Aberdeen being in the Championship next year is absolute madness.
That is it. By the way, that is an embarrassment if they go down. And it.
The
what's
board
them
should
going
take the
down
blame,
the
shouldn't they? The board should take the blame for how long
They
it took
every
them to
fan in the.
If Aberdeen go down, it's the board's fault.
By the way,
Well, it's the chairman. The chairman's
Chairman.
obviously brung in
Burrows.
the sporting,
the boy.
sporting director boy.
Banny sniffer.
Holy mate, what about him?
He's still a peg, remember?
Fucking hell. He's on the bench with leaving, and then he was doing an interview talking about how Aberdeen should be really grateful that he's there and this is how we work abroad. I was sitting shouting at the fucking telly. I was like, that's just Scotland, we're not abroad. This guy's standing here, you're worse barnet than mine. And he just his long hair and all that.
But he'll be bombed out now, won't he? But it came for the top at Aberdeen. It's a total embarrassment the way they run the club.
So say your Aberdeen line.
No, but it's just see if you can think where Fergie must be sitting there fighting.
Jake Fergie sits and cares about Aberdeen. Still,
He'll be
Close to his
completely,
heart.
he'll be totally sickened what's happened to that club. The people the way they ran it, he was 16-year-old running shipyards in Govan. Now you've got fucking
16-year-old running shipyard.
I know you've got tits running at Aberdeen.
See next week, genuinely. Go.
I think someone beat Aberdeen. I really do, mate.
Well, that right. Hearts go to Livy. Who do you think will win?
Hearts.
Hearts.
Celtic go to Dundee. Who do you think will win?
Draw.
I don't find I said aye, draw.
So who'll win the league?
It's fucking nuts because I did say Celtic last week with the Spirit, but the Spirit didn't seem to be there like yesterday.
Would you like to have been next to Fergie in the shipyards?
I mean, that's a true story. That's mental, innit? His mentality.
Like he's running the shipyards at 16?
16, he went in as like a.
He was building ships on his
I
end.
don't know if he's building them, but he got. Oh, do you know what it was? See, all the older guys, that was 11. They were getting underpaid. They were underpaying their asses handed to them, and Fergie noticed it and went to the boss and went, "This isn't happening. It's 16-year-old." And then you've got fucking Burrows at Aberdeen putting up with that. What?
Your family in the shipyards, isn't it? Is Robbie not there?
Hi.
Could you confirm that? Can you
I'll find out. Every single male member in my dad's side is all been shipyards for the last something like 5 generations or something.
Your Uncle Graham as well?
Gary.
He's
No, he's not.
he is the black sheep of the
I
family.
don't know. Do cousins count?
Cousins count,
Do they? Well, no.
That's real fucking men, that, innit? That's real fucking men, that.
What other jobs would you say are real men?
Well, that's good. Well, Andy's obviously his family for the shipyards, but it's us three, our families.
My dad was a mechanic.
Is he? Wee Kev Webster. How about you, Steve-O? Your family? Who made you the guy you're now?
No, my fucking dad. My dad's a electrician.
Is he, mate?
But no spoke to him for 20 years.
Oh, have you? Sorry.
Cheers for that though.
What was it? Your dad he was in the army.
Army, aye, secretary.
The what?
Got a pencil skirt.
Secretary at the army.
Tights and a pencil skirt. And I
Johnny.
say,
And a bazooka.
Johnny.
a grenade belt.
That's your dad, listen. That's your dad watch the podcast back.
Aye.
His dad sits around.
With the skirt on. Stop looking, boys.
No, he wasn't in the army. He did fast lane, didn't he?
No, I was in Faz Lane in Falkirk. He was there in
Afghanistan.
Right.
The skirt on.
Skirt on.
Run away for the towel. That was the skirt. Oh,
The Somme.
Bullets can buy him.
fuck's sake. Right, Andy, Motherwell, Hibs.
Still going to talk.
Buzzing.
Still highly speak about the Motherwell manager now.
Well, I'm buzzing that I said Hibs were defensive on Thursday. So you want to be this team that finishes third and you want to go and
By the way,
defend for...
I could be wrong here. I get told that Hibs are further, their points still better than last season.
Nah, what, is it one better?
So I'm saying a big bit on Thursday where I stand up and see a big bit about Hibs where they've probably been hard done by a wee bit of the criticism they've got because of how good Motherwell have been and how good Hearts have been. And in fact, he came out and said, I bet they're worse than last year. Well, they're not. But I never knew that, so he's threw his off a comment like that.
We'll save it for the
Taylor on
Thursday.
Thursday.
I will. But I genuinely don't think, mate, I feel he's had a lot of criticism and I don't think, I think the reason because Motherwell have had an exceptional season, that'll not happen again, and then obviously Hearts will because of Tony Bloom. I just mean if the manager leaves, if he stays, he will, but I can't see a manager coming and doing that again.
You just said it.
I think he's a good manager, David Gray.
You were saying you still praising the Motherwell manager and then you've just praised him?
No, I've just said, but no, I mean as in the amount of praise he's got, is it at the tap?
No.
Is it?
What do you like about David? What do you like about David Gray?
I just think he's a good manager.
Right,
And again, he's a young Scottish manager. And I think sometimes we need to try and build these young coaches up, young managers up. I just like the way he is. I like...
But the big question is, do you like the way Hibs play, mate? Do you look at Hibs and go, they're a really good team?
No, but I don't think they've got the...
Come on, they've got better players than Motherwell, Steve-O. They do.
But
Probably, but they're only, what, the 3 points behind you? 4 points? 6 points behind you.
Aye.
But a much better budget. Much better. Sign players for £1 million.
I know, but we need to remember they brought in managers.
Aye, that's a fair point. Aye, that is a fair point.
Managers to play a certain style, and then it was crap.
The problem is if you sack David Gray, who do you go and get? Then
I think you're right. I think David Gray's done a good job. I do,
At the
but
next level?
that style of football's not taking you to the next level.
No, probably. No,
me.
I agree with that as
But
well.
what's different for that in Hearts?
The league's getting better, and I think it'll
No, but what's
continue to get
different for
better.
their style to a Hearts style? Because Hearts don't play
Hearts have got better
Better
Scottish.
players.
Better, like, proper Scottish players.
better players.
Hearts have got better players.
That wouldn't be then the manager's fault then.
What is that?
That wouldn't be David Gray's fault if it's better players.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I get what you're saying, but
It's just
Dell's a better manager. For me, Dell's a better manager than David Gray.
Do be style, but
Experience, how he probably speaks to the players,
David Gray's only
mentality
into
that he sets.
management. Dale's been a manager for how many years? David Gray's only came into it a few years.
But I'd say Hearts were more attacking than Hibs. I think Hearts go for
No,
games more than
I
Hibs.
agree. I think Hearts are the.
They were very well set up, to be fair, off the ball.
What about on the one?
But it's defensively, isn't it?
Aye. Well, it was man for man goal kick, so tried to have a bit more of a go there.
They never had a shot in the first half, did they?
See, to be fair, Ireland, we. That's
But you've
probably the poorest. Aye, that's probably one of the poorer performances. I think terrible. Just didn't look that threatening at the top end of the pitch. But I think every single game we've been involved in this year has been a brilliant game, enjoyable watch. The weekend wasn't. I thought it was a terrible game, to be honest with you.
Hayden said that.
Wasn't great.
This is what I'm saying about Hibs, right? They need to win to try and get closer to Motherwell, and they go and play so defensive.
I know, but I've seen.
Should the Hibs mentality not be let's go to Motherwell and try and win the game?
Of course it should, but I've seen every other team going to Far Park and getting dominated.
I know you're going to say Hearts, but Hearts had something to hold on to the top of the league. They're not chasing Motherwell.
No, but I mean, as in I've seen every team, Celtic, Rangers, going there and they've been dominated by Motherwell. Motherwell dominated Rangers with 10 men.
Yeah, but also Motherwell have been in a poor run of form as well for them. Do you know what I mean? It would have been a prime time to go and have an actual go at them, get after them.
Just get after them.
I don't think it's as easy as that though, V Malone. I think they're...
No, I know they're good, but there's also a lot of players missing as well. For Motherwell. No, who did he take out? Side never
Side,
played, didn't he? Priestman
To be
played.
fair, I can't believe some of the
Sparrow played left
some of the
back.
shit used there.
I know. That's
It's
mad.
It's mental.
Do you like him, Steve Why, the Motherwell manager? Ask you.
I think he's good. I mean, obviously, I've only seen them 5 or 6 times. The game I covered at Fir Park, but I, honest to God, could not believe the way you were playing. It was fucking wild.
Do you not love it now?
It's not my. I like it. It makes me uncomfortable. But that's, I only think of that as me as a player. I'd be uncomfortable playing in that sort of team because I genuinely don't think I could play in that team. Like, see the likes of going and getting the ball in the 18-yard box on the half turn and then try to play for there. It was just not my game. But I mean, what he's done's mental with the players. And that's no disrespect to the players I've got, but I mean, I've said that obviously earlier on. I was like, Stephen O'Donnell, I think he's a great boy, but the way there was playing at Parkhead, and one of the balls get fizzed out to him, and he was actually just hit it first time. He was the last man outside his right foot, like 35 yards run to whoever was playing right back, and I was like, fucking hell, what is incredible just to...
See, on the David Graham as well, like, have you seen a performance for Hibs that you go, wow, like, really good? I didn't get to see enough of them, so I'm being a bit harsh.
I've seen them in all the derbies, and
The Easter Road one for the first 60 minutes, I thought they were good.
see the one at New Year's, I think it was the 27th or 28th of December. It should have been 4 or 5.
That's a fair point.
And that would probably be the most frustrating point for him, is the fact that they were absolutely brilliant that day. So how they can go from being at that level to then being so poor. But then I agree with what you're saying, is that because he's setting them up to be so defensive because they went after Hearts and they were dead aggressive and they pressed them, they went after them. Where obviously if they go to Motherwell and they just sat in and you really...
I against Rangers a few times as well. Easter Road sat in.
See your question of the criticism being over the top though, I don't really feel as if he said that much criticism. Like, I don't hear like loads of people week in, week out saying David Gray should get sacked.
No, I don't think he's sacked, but I think there's supposedly a lot of Hibs fans that unsure on him. And I think they need to remember to forget where they were.
I think a big sort of shocker for them was getting put out the Scottish Cup by Dunfermline.
That was a bad one.
And again, I know we've said this a few times, but a lot of the kind of pressure probably comes from the fact that Hearts could potentially win the league.
Aye.
I don't think it's so much what Hibs are doing.
I think the cup kind of just cause of the manner of that performance.
That was a bad one. And I think he did not dress players as well that day, I'm sure. Might have changed his team.
He's another one that should get a move.
Yeah.
Neil Lennon.
Aye.
I
thought St
teams
Mirren
that come in for him.
I didn't kill Eve.
I think he's amazing, mate. I honestly do.
In what way? Do you know him?
I don't know him, no.
Right.
I actually, do you know what I do? I like listening to him.
He's a brilliant.
See just the way he talks about football, the way he is. I think the way he would be as a manager. But I cannot believe that. Honestly, people might think I'm crazy. Even for the summer, I'd take him back at Celtic.
Would you?
Honestly.
That's a big shout. You take Neil Lennon back at Celtic?
Look how bad.
The 10 in a row season.
Look how bad they've been. Would you not take him back?
I wouldn't. I love Lenny, but I just think that he's not that level now. But you need to go and win leagues and dominate for Celtic attacking football. No, not for me.
I would agree.
So what would you want?
Good question.
Because who do you get in the summer?
Well, I think the shortlist is Martinez, Askew, but I heard Bellamy.
Robbie Keane.
I've not seen Robbie Keane's football. I've seen Bellamy at Wales. But I don't know. I'm not sure.
Just on Hibs and Motherwell is 6 points. Can you only see Motherwell finishing 4th now?
Aye, I don't see Hibs catching them, to be fair. I think Motherwell had a wee bit of a sticky patch now, but I think to be fair, I think they're too good for Hibs to... I actually didn't realise it was as close as what it was going into the game. I was quite surprised that it was as close as what it was because Motherwell have been that good. But I think Motherwell might have the biggest impact in deciding who wins the league. And I still think they'll take points off the top 3.
Yeah.
Do you know what the sticky pitch comes for? Fucking interview with him.
Mate, that's... I've
Fucking no won a game in 3.
Just went downhill since then.
Aye.
What is it?
Killed
Andy?
you, I was thinking that.
What is it doing? I know.
The interview was too much for the fucking big man, wasn't it? Fucking relax, big man.
Struggled a bit, didn't it?
It's fine when he was doing Sky Sports interviews, wasn't he?
I mean, Fad interviewed him.
I had him fucking tongue-tied.
That's mad.
Hibs can still finish fourth on it.
Of course they can, aye.
Yeah, you still think they can?
Yeah.
You see enough for Hibs that they can... What, do they need to win 4 in Motherwell?
What is it, 2
No,
games?
sorry, they would need to win 6 Motherwell.
2 games before the split?
Motherwell would need to lose 2 more of her.
Their goal difference is a good bit more as well, I'm sure.
Hard how consistent Motherwell have been in it though.
Again, because we love him so much, could you give us a wee insight of what his sort of thoughts were after the game?
It wasn't too disappointed. Just I think he just used the word lack of sharpness at the top end of the pitch, which was probably fair. I couldn't take anything away from the boys' effort to try and win the game. Obviously, try to win the game. Just never really created much at all. And I think the biggest myth about Motherwell this season's been people saying playing with a purpose. Like all season long, nobody can say that Motherwell's not been an attacking team. That's why they've had so many goals, so many shots. But that at the weekend was probably as ineffective we've been at the final third. I actually never really felt at any time that either team was going to score. I just looked at one of the games.
So what is that? And is that people not running in areas they should be running in? Is it just bad decision making? How would you analyse it and how do you work on it?
The day it was kind of a few clips of like turning down a certain pass, sort of turning down a certain option. And then any times we did, just never really came off. So just one of the days. But again, I don't think we were poor. Like far from it. I think we had loads of control in the game. But just didn't really score.
Does he have a go?
I can. No so much with days like that. There was a couple at the start of the season where boys no running back, the boys no sprinting back, shall I say. Because he's absolutely massive on that.
I like
Anytime you lose the ball at the
in a
top
straight
end of
line.
the pitch, it's like get it back as soon as possible. But if they break your press, sprint back.
Yeah.
Like sprint back into your shape. And that was a couple
See, that's
at
good.
the start of the season.
Isn't it?
I think they highlighted it on Sportscene, didn't they? How many men Motherwell had round the ball after they beat that first press. And then Maswin says, I think he's offside, but it comes to winning the ball back so quick.
Aye.
Bedinger's brilliant at it, isn't he?
Aye.
So what does he say? Just sprint back. As if you lose the ball or somebody goes past you, you just sprint back in a straight line.
So if you lose the ball at the top end of the pitch, it's that initial counter press straight away, 3-4 bodies to try and get round the ball and win it back. But if a team beat your press or on the attack, it's sprint directly back, get straight behind the ball, find your structure, and everyone get behind the ball to then try and press again.
Yeah.
So if you're back behind the ball and then they play a backwards pass, then go back into a
Do
press.
you work on that every day?
Aye, all the time.
Davy Gray's working on that.
I don't honestly see. The thing is, I've said this to people. Like everyone can appreciate that. Well, a possession-based team, he's as much off the ball as he is on the ball. Honestly, you've seen obviously his sessions. Like he's massive on off the ball.
Yeah.
And then he's been very supportive of Davy Gray. Like him then?
It's because he came from last year, mate.
I just think
Maybe I'm being a bit
Did they give you a bit?
so I came out and said he should lose his job. Remember he went on the run?
early.
But he didn't win a game in 8 or something. So I said he should lose his job. And then I went up to the training ground. And him, is it
Big Samson.
Big Samson, two of them came for me. Didn't he welcome
Big Sammy did.
Aye. Do you know him?
Aye.
Go on with him?
Big ginger balls.
Aye.
Big ginger ball.
Did you
Talking
go on with him?
about
I would imagine you would clash.
No.
No.
He's
don't
obsessed with
I
Clark.
know.
I know, you and Jane guy just want to fight everybody.
You've
a clash with everybody.
you've been absolutely brilliant today, right? You said absolutely nothing during the Celtic segment. Hiding behind something.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Say what you think.
It's no, I'm up and down character, so the period of Celtic bit came, I must have been feeling rock bottom.
So do you want to readdress it now? Now that you're feeling up?
No, it's been and done, innit?
They're gone.
Do you think so, mate?
Aye, they're gone.
Would you take David Gray as the next Celtic manager?
Who would you want, Martin?
No, would you take David Gray as the next Celtic manager?
But no, I don't think that style.
Would you take the Motherwell manager?
Sorry.
So you would?
I think Motherwell style suits more of a Celtic style. Celtic don't play 3-5-2, do they? You're not going to appoint a manager that plays that. We learned that with Nonce. So that's the question.
Okay.
Could he manage Celtic?
Great question.
Hope no.
But
Definitely
could he
could.
manage the expectations? Or?
Yeah, you could
Has he
manage
got-
top level. Aye.
Aye.
Definitely.
How long's he been a manager for?
He's a manager in the Faroes, isn't he?
Not sure. But a few years anyway.
I don't know how well he's actually done.
Wow.
I'm not listening. He's done a
Somebody
great-
said he never done. I just heard that somebody said he hadn't done well at his previous club.
He's not having them at all.
No, I'm not. He's done a great
Massive
job
slip
this
in the
year.
day, Slaney.
I just think we need to be careful slightly that Celtic's such a fucking huge...
But the also thing is, what other you're not going to get a great man. You're not getting world class managers at Celtic anymore, are you? Like he's so much less a risk than other people like Nonsu because he's been in the league and he's done it with lesser players.
Listen, I like the guy. I'm just saying.
What does Sean Maloney do in management?
He's not the manager.
No, but he's in there. He's taking the coaching every day.
I know, but you can get coaches. Coaches fucking come and go, don't they?
Right, lads, time to give a shout out to this week's podcast sponsor, University of the West of Scotland. Now, here's something that UWS and football have in common. Our sport must be one of the most diverse industries in the world. Give us some examples of the different type of people, nationalities and age ranges, you've played with and the teammates you've had over the years. Any highlights?
I played with Effie Ambrose, came over from Nigeria. Keane Cha came over from South Korea.
He was an absolute baller, to be fair.
What a play technique was amazing, but they took him here. Obviously, Key was a lot younger, so great for him to obviously get that experience, and then Cha coming a wee bit older has obviously helped him, but no, brilliant just to see what they were all about.
Well, when I first went into Hearts, we had 63 first team players.
Wow.
And about 50 of them were foreign.
What countries?
So we had Lithuanian, Polish, remember David Abua, Uganda, everywhere.
I think every club I've played with, except for Livy, my first club to Motherwell, like every dressing room had about loads of different nationalities, cultures. One of my best pals at Middlesbrough was a Australian boy, Rhys Williams, remember him?
Yeah.
Maybe Burnley, Middlesbrough.
The boy at Rangers that you took a bit.
Matt Polster,
aye.
American.
I love the foreign boys.
Brilliant.
Well, that's where we can relate to UWS because they support all students to achieve their potential regardless of their background.
Universities are a great chance to meet new people and learn new things. UWS has students from over 100 nationalities, and if you don't have family who've studied, don't worry, as 49% of UWS students are the first in their family to go to university. That's mad, that, isn't it?
That is.
Can't believe that. They know how to support you.
That's why they've been named Scottish University of the Year for Social Inclusion in 2026 in the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide.
If you're thinking about applying, come along to the UWS Summer Open Days in May and June.
Well, pay attention to this because there's 4 events in Paisley, Lanarkshire, Ayr and Dumfries campuses, and you'll see one of us there at the Paisley Open Day on 30th of May.
At the Open Days, you can say hello to us, take a tour campus, chat to staff and students and ask any questions you have about study at UWS.
Register now at uws.ac.uk or scan the QR code on screen.
Right, last few bit, lads. Relegation, big wins for Killie and St Mirren Saturday. Livy done now, that in my way.
Aye,
That's a
they're
brilliant
gone.
second half as well. First half, Kelly were really good, but it's Livy absolutely battered them second half. 20 minutes, Kelly couldn't get out at all.
One win all season, Livy.
I know, it's mad, mate, isn't it?
Is it going to be the worst ever, aye?
I actually don't know. I can't think off the top of my head somebody done as badly as that.
Some good boys in there, but they're a gang. Isn't they?
Some good boys in there, a gang.
They're a gang in strips, man. Come on.
It's August as well. I'm sure it was August.
Aye,
They beat Falkirk at home. I'm sure it was August. So
It was Falkirk,
months.
mate, you're right.
But nah,
They're doing.
Well, where's it went wrong for them?
Well, see when they were up the last time, they
They
were
finished top 6 a couple of
aye,
times.
and they were hot, like, it was one of the places you're like, you didn't want to go there and play. They always drop points, even for that Celtic or Rangers, but see if they've came away from that sort of, I don't know if they try to play more or I don't know, but they've had an absolute shocker.
I don't know if this is. Don't really have it. They don't have any pace in their team at all, do they? Like,
No, when
they're not the biggest, they're not the strongest, they're not the most powerful, no pace.
Big Gouser at the back, kicking on, obviously a bit old. I think he's had about 5 teams relegated now, isn't he? Big Gouser.
Decent record.
Good lad though, great lad.
Great lad.
And then Big Robbie obviously up front. I played with him at
Good player as well,
Partick
but again,
Thistle.
like you said, not a lot
But
of
again,
pace.
nah, not a lot of pace. Aye, they just obviously struggled, didn't they?
But actually, they've definitely done better under Marv, to be fair. Couple
Aye,
of
he's
good points
improved
within it, but I think they were well gone even before they got a chance.
Kelly looked good too.
Terry's done brilliant.
Brilliant. I like Hugo.
Yeah, they actually try to play good football as well, mate.
Yeah.
They did.
Especially with no John Jules, because you felt when he got injured, you think, they're probably
So he could be
cuts
dipped
for
into
them.
when he got injured and then they've managed to bounce back.
Aye. I'm actually not. I have always liked him, but I'm actually surprised at how well Finlay Cutters has done. Like, I think he's a good player. I didn't think he'd be as good as he's been. At Kelly's
been brilliant,
excellent.
hasn't he?
And he's
Aye,
played.
he's brilliant.
He's played right back, left back. He's obviously been back in his natural.
But Terry will
position the last
Terry
2
will be
years.
good for him.
Aye, 100%.
So he will.
Played
Got a lot of he's played that position. He's been successful in that position. I've got a lot of time for Terry and Billy. Again, just Scottish managers know the league, know how to win. I think Kelly will get out of it, obviously.
Mate, I was surprised how quick I couldn't believe how quick he was. Played a wee camp at Dundee, mate. He was one of the quickest players at Dundee. And he's absolutely roasted them for that goal.
Did you speak to him Saturday night?
Great boy.
Is he enjoying it, I take it?
Loves it.
Brilliant.
It'll be good.
Get it for
But it'll be good for him as well. Go and get games, opportunity to play, and then obviously get back to Rangers for pre-season, and that's what he'll get away. He'll get away in the summer and just be, or he should have just his head on coming back for pre-season, and the manager will going, look at him, the difference in him, and then just pure.
Similar to what you say to Moorthorne, it's not like a Scottish player. Every time he gets the ball, he wants to do something positive, doesn't he?
For positive, aye.
He wants to get at people and to make things happen.
And to be fair, what I will say is that it was like that at Rangers as well. So it's not even just been the freedom of playing at Kilmarnock. I thought it was the same at Rangers. I thought he was always positive. A lot of teams didn't come after him, but he impacted games. He scored a few goals for Rangers as well.
You really like him, don't you?
Amazing. He's got, honestly, his ability, but do you know what he's got? Big fucking balls. No, I'm serious.
How do you know?
I know. No, I'll tell you why. See, I remember like we seemed to start the season and he put in a lot of good performances, but it was a game v St Mirren where Rangers were awful. The players were almost hiding for the ball, and he was the one. I think he came on and stood up to go on the ball, scored a goal, and then nearly scored again. So he showed big character. And I was actually thinking that I know I agree with what you're saying. It's good for that boy to go out and play, but I just feel he should have played Merit Rangers and been given Merit a chance. Then going out on loan, but listen, it might do him the world of good playing every week.
Brilliant. What should St Mirren do? Should they try and get a manager in, or do you think they'll stick with that interim after the win Saturday?
I think still try and get a manager in. You can't be too overreactive with obviously one win, but thought they looked as if they played quite well. Tried to play a bit as well, didn't they? Obviously 2 set pieces with their goals, but no, I think at this stage in the season, I think you need somebody at the helmet. I think Kevin Clichy, he's obviously worked in the youth system at St Mirren for years, but he's obviously got limited experience at the
who did they bring in?
Top end.
I know it's
Neil Lennon.
You'll not take it, mate. I know you're not taking it.
Honestly, I don't think so.
We found out on Friday, didn't we?
That's right.
I think Carl Robinson's been linked.
No chance you'll get straight down if you get
Stevens, brother.
Yes, he's been linked, I'm sure.
I wouldn't get him it.
You seen him on the Salford thing? I kind of.
No, no him, the other one.
Oh, right.
Another one, no, the one I was working with MK Dons, he can't get.
He's doing well at Salford. I think he's going to get him up.
Nah.
It's the Carl Robinson that Kenny Miller worked with in Australia.
Was he bad?
Too much I gamble at, didn't I?
Was he?
Rubbish.
Have you seen his shorts? I kind of watch. They put wee clips of him in the dressing room.
I've seen that the Salford ones. Aye.
Who's apart from if Lenny's not taking it, who's up there?
Gary Naismith's been linked, which
Done well at Steny.
won the league last year with Steny. They're sitting, I think they're 1 point behind Inverness this year. So I think he's obviously done enough to get linked with jobs like
I
that.
like Gaz. I actually said I was speaking about Gaz all week there, and I said I would like to see him again. I would like to see that. Like, you don't really see it now, but like managers in the Championship or League One getting the opportunity to come up. And I think Gaz has done well enough that he's got some experience.
Exactly, mate. I think that's a big thing as well. Gets the respect straight away, doesn't he?
He's not as if he's some wee guy that's not played at a decent level. I mean, he's played at the highest level.
And I think his Stenhouse-Muir team play a lot like St Mirren. I think you'd say that himself. They're no free-flowing football, mate. They very much get the ball forward, go and play off seconds, but very organised, very fit.
St Mirren?
Eh?
Should they maybe try change that?
No, just now I don't think so. I think for the now, they think they've got a squad built like that, do they?
Right, okay.
But maybe once the summer comes,
It did look as if they played a wee bit more at the weekend, to be fair.
under McLeish, they're playing it for the back every time, aren't they?
Aye. They obviously conceded a goal for it, but
I hope they stay
won the
up.
game.
I hope they I hope Aberdeen get into the playoffs.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like the full how long it's taken them.
That's been a mess.
Just the mess that it's in. Feel obviously bad for the fans and that, but don't know. And then like just Robinson's interview after the game and all that and everything as well, get my back up a wee bit. And I just thought, you know what, I would like St Mirren to go and pump yous.
Falkirk, you played under McGlynn. Can you believe he's playing the style of football he's playing now? Because at Hearts, you took the leather off the ball now.
That's nice. Do you know what, mate? Falkirk suits him, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. It's like he's probably the exact same as what he was when he came to Hearts. And again, obviously it was a while ago, and he was at Hearts for a long time, and it was a big club. But he came. I think he is amazing at bringing on younger players, coaching them. You know, getting them started in the game. The way Falkirk plays brilliant as well. It probably just wasn't the right thing for.
Do you think he's better maybe at a club under less pressure?
Probably. I mean, and I don't know, obviously it's changed now, but the older boys, we would go into a meeting on a Thursday and we would do video analysis and like kicks the arse out 45 minutes. You know what it's like, experienced boys, after 15 minutes, experienced boys are like, I want out of here. Where with the younger boys, maybe younger boys want to take it in and they're, you know, they're only just starting to go on their journey, they want to learn. We obviously had a big group of experienced players, and then we went for like the jet where, I mean, it's 10 minutes and it's a couple of clips, and it was more about us.
Wrestling.
Basically, and then it was the racing was on. It was more about us than anything else, where John went over absolutely everything. And then sometimes you would get a meeting and you would think, fucking hell, we're playing Motherwell tomorrow and they look like Real Madrid. Because you'd done so much work on them. But I mean, I think the job he's done is...
Big Barney get a move in the summer.
He's flying, isn't he?
Flying.
Amazing, but he's
It's a great finish.
Great finish, mate. He should score the header, shouldn't he, off the post?
Aye.
But he's always in that area. He always gets chances.
He's another one, like, I think it's very, very difficult to say he should go to the World Cup. Now, based on form, he's obviously got a chance at it, but what I would have loved to have seen him get called up for these two friendlies.
Imagine he
I
went
would
to the
love
World
to have
Cup.
seen 3-4 boys
The
give him
university
opportunities.
fit to the World Cup.
Amazing, mate.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
But do you know what? It was like, there was like, this was a few weeks ago when Paul McGinn was talking about like, Paul McGinn's got one Scotland cap. And it's like to highlight his career. Like, two friendlies, like, it's an opportunity to give. Like, Craig Halkett's first cap, Barney Stewart potentially his first cap, obviously Finlay Curtis, it's brilliant. Like, do you really need to see, I feel like we're picking on him because I mentioned him last week, but do you feel like you need to see Grant Hanley in these two friendlies?
No.
You don't?
no, it's
Craig Halkett and Harry Milne should have been stick-ons. So they should have.
Milne, he used to say Calvin Miller should.
aye.
Barney definitely should. The fact that we've not really got strikers that are scoring.
Just, I agree with you. I just think that, just even for the fans' point of view, fans would actually, I'd be excited seeing that and going, oh, that's amazing. Wonder how they'll do. But I just...
It'd be an incredible story if he does get a call up the boy Barney Stewart, wouldn't it? For UWS to
How mad's that?
World Cup.
See players like him, is this sort of player that Celtic Rangers should be looking at in the summer?
No,
Is that
no,
too
I
early?
think that's too early.
I think Rangers and Celtic, I say this all the time, I do think we underestimate the quality we've got in Scotland, but I think you need to do more than what he's done so far. Now he's on a brilliant run of form. I think he scored 8 goals at Dunfermline, he scored 9 now at Falkirk, but how is he going to be next year when he's got a full season? There's a bit more expectation on him.
It's a mentality as well. Plus, you three obviously have played it. I've never been in an old firm team, so I don't...
Fuck it.
But
I cleaned it.
No, but I mean, we'll use him as an example. The pressure, so he might be flying at Falkirk, but there's like 6,000 people there. You imagine going out and there's 55 or whatever it is there every single week and you
I know, but my point is, Celtic go and sign Junior Adama, who scored fucking 2 goals in 8 years.
I get that.
Why not go and sign Barney Stewart, and then it's up to you to go and make him better as well?
I would love that. I would genuinely love that, but it's then they need to help him get the mentality to play for Celtic or play for Rangers and help him along that way. Where I agree with that. I hate the fact that the both of them go and sign these guys who, over the years, they'll sign strikers that come in, and you can tell they're probably not good enough. 2, they don't give a fuck. They don't care that they're there. They just pick up their dough, and when they leave, they leave.
In all fairness as well, with him as an example, Barney Stewart, I think he's got the characteristics to be very good, because I don't actually really see a weakness in his game. His link-up play is good, he grafts his nuts off, can score all type of goals, right foot, left foot, head. But I do think you need to show it for a longer period of time to get a move like that, in my opinion. Look, there's been so many examples going the other way, Miovski, Cummins, like Celtics have signed like Chief Cheer, like boys like that have done really well at other clubs. I think you need to show it over a bit more of a period of time.
He'll be Serie A next year, won't he?
That's what he's got.
100%, fucking 100%.
He's just out of it.
But Falkirk definitely get top 6, yeah.
Aye, done. I think it's already done.
Brilliant. Right, just a wee bit on Ryan's career. Everyone knows Chelsea to start, mate.
Well, I cleaned the toilet, so same as you did at Celtic.
Come a bit, mate.
Just because I was shit hot, mate. No, do you know what? It was a bit of luck. I was playing with Hearts, and we were playing Celtic in the Scottish Youth Cup semi-final, and the chief scout for Chelsea was up watching one of the boys that played for Celtic, and I was playing against them. And my dad was standing next to the chief scout, and the chief scout was like, the big boy that's playing for Hearts is decent. And obviously back in the days, no mobiles or anything like that, and my dad was like, well, that's my boy. And they watched me, came up the following week to Largs, took my mum and dad out to Largs and asked if I would go down for a couple of weekends. Went down 2 or 3 weekends in a row, and that was it. Aye.
Really?
Left Hearts and went down there. They flew me down. I flew down every Friday, flew back up on the Monday night. I done that for about a year, and then the school were just, I was only in second year at the time, getting into third year, and the school were just like, should maybe come to some sort of agreement where I do my schooling down there, but obviously back in the day it was like, I will do schooling but you don't. And I moved out, I was 14.
You must have played with some big players down there then, or training with them.
So obviously when I first went down there, so my age group was like Carlton Cole, Robert Huth. But obviously I've said it before, I was in digs with like John Terry. There was like Jody Morris was playing week in, week out at that stage. Signed Frank Lampard when I was there, when he came in. But it was just, do you know what, it was an amazing experience, and I wish I had done more. I wish I had enough people running about me to sort of guide me. But it's not, obviously I'm pally with Billy Gilmore, so like you look at Billy when Billy went down there, and it's totally different because you've got mobile phones now, you've got like social media where you can interact with your pals and everything. I used to phone home on a Sunday for 10 minutes, and that was it.
Tough, mate.
And the rest of the time I was just down there on my own. And I was there for like 4.5 years. I was 14 down there, and I came back up when I was just past 18.
Was that a time in life, like time in football you go out all the time as well? London?
Well, near the end I was floating about the reserves, and then you've obviously got first team boys who have been bombed out. The first team that are in the reserves, they don't give a fuck.
Who were they?
So we had like, remember Pacini, who was like the right back. We had Albert Ferreira, right back.
Team full of right backs.
Sam Delabona,
Delabona,
who played centre mid. Boy called Rob Williston played centre mid, was unbelievable. But again, it was like, obviously like Jody was in and out, he'd been in the reserves. You play on a Monday night, so we played at Kingston's, and straight after the game you'd be straight out in Kingston after it. It was like Wimbledon AFC or something like that at that stage. That was their ground. Straight out on a Monday night to the Works, which was like the local nightclub. And I mean, I'm 16, 17, and I was out every Monday.
Brilliant.
And the first team boys were giving you money just to come out, and then you're obviously in training with the youth team on the Tuesday. It was just carnage, man. It was absolute carnage.
What was Big Terry like as a guy?
Amazing, mate. Amazing.
Was he?
Aye, amazing guy. Unbelievable football player.
What was the age difference between you two?
So he's 45, I'm 40, so 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But brand new, mate.
Well, we've seen a couple of examples obviously this year. James Wilson, Evan Mooney going to Spurs and Arsenal, leaving first team football to join their youth sides. Is that something you'd be supportive of, given obviously your experience of doing that previously, or do you think it's better to stay, try and play as many games as I can before you get moves like that?
Well, I mean, I obviously said with Wilson's that I didn't particularly agree with it. I thought, I mean, he was on the bench for Hearts and get a chance of winning the league. But then he's been in and run about the squads. He's been on the bench.
You could turn down him to Spurs, huh?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. So my old agent actually phoned me up, who looks after him, the day after it, because I'd obviously said it on the radio that I was like, I'm not really sure if that was, to leave first team football to then go into the academy. How would you deal with it if you're playing in front of?
But he wasn't really playing first team football, was he?
I know, but you're in about the first team and you maybe get the chance. Lawrence would just get injured. But I didn't obviously understand that he was a good bit down the pecking order.
Fifth choice.
So my agent had obviously phoned me the day after I had said that and was like, look, this is the situation. It just feels it's, again, probably what you are saying, when you actually break it all down, you go down to Spurs, give it your best, and then you never know what might happen. And then obviously I've seen the last couple of weeks he's been on the bench for the first team.
They're going to go down.
Which is, he's on the bench for the first team, man. And then I imagine they do go down, you'll have maybe even a better chance.
That's what I was going to say, if they go then.
So I don't know, mate, it's totally changed from when I was there. Even when you were down south, it's totally changed now, isn't it?
I think when we were, well, I don't know if you feel the same, when we were younger, that you've seen a pathway for young players every year, didn't you? So you've seen like 2 or 3 boys break
Getting
in
through.
and
Scotland,
to the first team, but
yeah.
no,
It's-
like you don't.
Yeah.
Aye.
Like you hardly ever see young players come through the academy into the first team. So see if they get an opportunity to treble their wages to go down south, I think of course they're going to take it.
Look at Arsenal, they're playing 16-year-old kids. They've came through their kit. Imagine a 16-year-old playing up here. Never happened, mate.
Never.
But he's ridiculous, that boy.
No, but
That's why they should move the league and make it bigger.
Yeah.
Because it would give more opportunity for young players to come through. There's too much riding on. If you're a young kid at Aberdeen, you've no chance of playing.
too much riding at Aberdeen.
Far too much riding.
That's why they're fucking
Do you know
hopeless. No, I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? There's too much pressure on managers to fling guys in because the league's so close either way. It's how do you do that? Obviously, that boy down at Arsenal's a completely different.
I know, but he's up against a higher quality player as well, isn't he? It's not just saying I know he's brilliant, but he's also trying to get ahead of fucking top players.
I get that.
And they're putting him in, mate.
I think if we had a bigger league, it would allow for that sort of middle group of teams to bring players through, and you could maybe fluctuate a wee bit more.
Who's broke through this year? Who's broke in for the Scottish?
Donovan.
Kobe Donovan at Celtic,
Honestly, I don't even think you can include things like that.
You know.
He's effectively third choice.
Think about that, mate. Is there energy?
There must be. I'm just kind of thinking.
Finn Yates has came into Falkirk. He done. He played before, but he's played a lot this year.
Hibs, no. Motherwell, no. Falkirk, no.
Aberdeen, no.
Dylan
Milne.
Lobin. Dylan Lobin at Aberdeen. Jack Milne already played. So Dylan Lobin's one that I can think of.
Worrying, innit?
Other than that, Dundee United, no.
Maybe that's
Dundee.
That's in all levels, that.
Dundee, Luke Graham, he was on loan
Luke Graham
last
was on
year.
loan at Falkirk,
He's probably the big one.
Scary,
When
isn't
you
it?
look
He's actually done really well as
Yeah,
well.
he's a good player.
I suppose when you look at Falkirk and like the likes of Barney Stewart getting it and loan
Yeah.
coming back, and then you can look at Harry Milne to an extent with his journey through. Sort of
But I mean, nobody's
I
came
know,
through the academy.
It's came through the academy and broke in. Not particularly. No, there's not really that it sort of sticks out where you go. He's been absolutely brilliant.
Aye, that's a good question because
Worrying, mate.
try to think
That's
at
worrying,
the
mate.
top of my head.
Because we were
Luke
talking
Graham's the
about
only
young
one.
player of the year this year, and I was like, not really sure who would be you would class as. There's usually somebody that for a club that you would go,
It's a standout.
he's come through and been absolutely flying, and there isn't. When you think back to us coming through, there was always a sort of conveyor belt of players coming through, and then some would tail off and some would see the journey through. But
So boy for Kelly, remember the boy Ben?
Watson,
No, he started the season on fire.
Oh,
Stuart Kettlewell was like playing him every week. He scored a cutout. He scored a world at Easter Road.
winger.
Aye,
Oh yeah.
but he ended up kind of tailing a bit, and then he went back out on loan. But I can't think of him anymore at all.
Scary, isn't it? Alright, last few bit, mate. How was on Coyle at St Johnstone?
amazing, amazing guy, man. Just great guy. I loved playing under him, mate. Loved his
Enthusiasm.
just his enthusiasm for life. I liked his coaching. His coaching wasn't like, you wouldn't go like amazing coaching, but again, it was his first ever job. But you'd run through a brick wall for him. Just some of the things he'd done, man. Like he obviously joined in training and all that, and he was,
Was it a joke in training?
mate.
But everyone says in the
Yeah,
finishing
yeah.
drills and that.
So
it was ridiculous.
his first day he turned up. We done a warm up and then went straight into shooting.
Straight to shooting.
Straight into shooting, and he obviously was
Just
like,
so
right,
you can get
lads.
involved.
Yeah, that was it. He was literally like, right, lads, I'll demo this, and then this is the standard I want. And it was literally half volley, and he just done it with his left foot, chipped into the boy's hand. Can't remember who it was. Flung it up, zing, bottom corner. Then he went, sorry, did it with my right foot, and then just done it with his right foot, zinged it in, and he just went, that's the fucking standard, boys. And he just walked away. But he would do crossing and finishing all that, mate, and he would be like, he would cross the ball and say he obviously played a good ball, and he'd be like, I'm basically breastfeeding you, son. Can't do much more for you, Steve-O. Come on, you're on my tip, wee man.
That breastfeeding is brilliant.
But he was brilliant, mate. He was. I obviously left underneath him, and I went on loan to Ayr because I was playing right wing back at the time when he signed the boy Andy Laurie. Remember him? That played for Falkirk.
No.
He was shite, and but he put me out of the team for him, and I had the chance to go to United for a month on loan, and he let me go, and then Ayr bid for me, and he didn't know why he let me go. But I want to try and go and play centre mid. I want to try and go and play first team football. Let me go, and I still speak to him. And anytime I speak to him, I'm just like, all right, Gaffer. Like he's dead infectious, isn't he? Whatever he does. And then obviously he's out in India now. He's about, he's about 80-year-old out in India managing.
Breastfeeding boys.
It's just probably doing cross.
I'd take him back in Scottish football in a minute.
Oh, 100%.
Just for his sheer banter and his love of the game.
Anything else for him?
You've been
Superb.
outstanding, isn't he?
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
What a guy.
Cheers, lads.